Well, hello to all my podcast friends out there. Dana here. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to our show. Let's be honest, there are way too many podcasts out there. But the fact that you take time to listen to ours means the world. And it's, of course, all brought to you by my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, the best in the business. Just like podcasts, there are tons of HVAC companies out there, but Standard is the standard. And remember to get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. It's been colder than balls in Minnesota and only getting colder. Book appointments at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com. Enjoy the show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Yeah. We're just getting settled in here. Trying to get things lined up proper for our Tuesday program. Welcome, everyone, to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Oh, we got a little bit of this and that in the works today. We'll jaw jack with Dr. James Parnell. Later on this morning, what would you say, Cubby, 8:20?
Right around there, yep.
We'll jaw jack with Dr. James Parnell, otherwise known as Dr. P. Jesus. Old-ass friend of the radio show. Long time we've known the man.
Despite the fact that he's the doctor, over the years I've diagnosed him as having family fatigue after holidays. Have you guys seen that? He gets, especially when he's traveling out of town, he kind of comes back exhausted.
Is that right?
Yeah, and I thought maybe there were some political differences perhaps, or there's some sort of rift within the family that it just takes a lot out of the guy.
When he comes back from visits to his family, he seems a little worn out.
Little down, yeah, compared to his normal jovial self.
I suppose he could just prescribe himself some pills and bring himself right back up.
That's got to be a pretty cool thing about being a doctor.
Well, we'll see if he's all bummed out.
Yeah, when he comes in here, let's see how he's doing.
And if he's not doing well, can we agree that we're all going to pick on him?
Make it worse?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, fair enough. Speaking of old pals of the Programski, I couldn't help but laugh last night when I saw that our old bro, Zach Parisi, happily retired former man-bear pig, one of USA hockey's finest ever, big Bill Guerin fan also, on a side note.
I'm sure he's already sent Bill Guerin a Christmas card.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to make sure he gets that there.
Oh, speaking of Christmas cards, thank you to local metal legends Impaler, again, for sending us their Krampus card.
It's always evil, it's always festive, and we always appreciate it. That's how we know it's Christmas, the Menards jingle and the Impaler card. So thank you, boys.
They're getting more evil as they get older. At least by their Krampus card. They appear to be getting even more evil than they were in the 80s. Impaler. So
Would I be allowed to
keep an eye out?
Let people behind the curtain?
Go ahead.
A buddy of mine lives next to one of the members of Impaler.
Sure.
And said he saw him without the all the garb on, mowing his lawn. And it just really changed how he looked at him. Like, oh my gosh, he's a normal suburban guy like the rest of us. He's not always evil. He takes a break from evil every once in a while.
Everyone needs to tend to their property. Everyone needs to put their evil side away for an hour or two to tend to their property.
That's true. If evil people, they don't have any home maintenance going on. I mean, watch one horror movie. Nobody mows the lawn. Nobody paints outside. Nobody takes care of anything.
So you're saying maybe they are not truly evil?
I think they might be really good guys.
Okay.
That kind of have an evil vibe.
Thank you, Impaler, again, for your Krampus card. Merry Krampus to you as well. So I was saying, I laughed last night, scrolling through the godless internet, and I saw that our guy, Zach Parisi, made a list that I never thought I'd sit down and take an interest in, but I did. It's a list of the greatest Zachs of all time.
Fun.
There he was, Zachy. Well-deserved, I say.
Agreed.
Well effing deserved. Now all we need, I think, is a report on the greatest Ryans ever. You throw Ryan Suter on that list, and everyone goes home a winner. Do you want to hear about the greatest Zacks of all time?
Yeah, I could come up with a few, certainly.
Here we go, in no particular order, as far as I know, or care.
It's not in order.
It's not in order.
No.
The greatest Zacks of all time. They start off here with Zac Efron.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty great. I don't know.
I only know
Much
him
about
from
him.
High School Musical. My daughter was obsessed with that.
He's been in some funny movies. I body doubled for him in the movie Neighbors, actually.
Does he have his shirt off a lot?
Oh, yeah, he's cut.
Yeah, he looks
Insanely cut.
Insane in that.
Neighbors. Is that funny?
Yeah, it is.
This here article on the greatest Zacks of all time notes High School Musical, Neighbors, Hairspray, 17 Again, Baywatch. I think that all I've ever watched Zac Efron in would be the movie we always reference with the push pop.
Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates?
Routine.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I still got to do that.
It's likable, that film.
Does that have Adam
Yeah.
Levine in it?
Yep.
I have
Is that,
no...
am I
No, not Adam
Yeah,
Levine.
I screw those up.
That's the Maroon 5 guy.
Right. Yeah, I always screw those guys up.
You're thinking of the guy from Workaholics, the Adam from Workaholics. I'm also blanking on his name now.
Yeah.
And then the only other movie I've watched with Zac Efron was that awful, awful effort to pay tribute to the life and career of the Von Erich wrestling family,
Yeah.
which was just one of the worst. Anyway, Zac Efron is called one of the greatest Zacks of all time.
Adam
Driver.
Devine.
Oh,
What?
Okay, I screwed it up again.
Adam Devine.
There you go. That was driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's that short little guy, right?
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes.
I enjoy him
One
a
of my
lot.
favorite.
He's called here perhaps the funniest Zach in existence.
I don't know. I grew up with a Zach, and he's one of the funniest people I've ever met, for sure.
Is that right?
Yeah, very, very, very funny. Zach Galifianakis. You ever seen a baby do this?
Oh my gosh.
That almost killed me.
Don't even get me started with that. That my husband loves that.
So Galifianakis has that long, kind of unruly beard, that he's kind of known for. And I remember his one stand-up joke. It always sits with me. He goes, he's playing the piano, and he's just kind of playing the piano. He's not really saying much, and then he just kind of looks up and goes, with a beard like mine, it's pretty tough to get a table for one at Chuck E. Cheese.
So you like that scene, Josh, where Zach Galifianakis does that?
Well, I'll just say it surprised me, and I did laugh the first time.
If I remember right, the baby's name was Carlos.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
He's a very funny comedy actor. I did not know he did stand-up comedy.
Between Two Ferns was great.
Oh, it's so good.
So awkward. It's awesome.
Yeah, and his ability to keep a straight face and just no fear whatsoever.
Oh, I'm going to go back and watch that today now.
I watched that movie not too long ago again. It's so funny.
Oh, I forgot there was a movie.
Yeah, there's a whole movie about it.
A movie about what?
He did this bit called Between Two Ferns.
I remember seeing a little bit of it,
Yeah.
sure.
So then they made a full movie about it with a bunch of cameos. It's very funny.
Next on the list of the greatest Zacks, Zach Taylor. It says here, otherwise known as the Black Power Ranger.
Oh, sure.
I was far too old to follow the Power Rangers. They were a bunch of dudes in tight suits that would karate fight with evil characters.
Yeah, there was a girl, too.
Oh,
She was in pink.
There was a
of
girl
course.
Power Ranger.
Two girl Power Rangers.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What was the other color? Purple?
Yellow.
Zach Kreger. Kreegger. They say here he's a comedian, actor, director, most known for his role with the comedy group The Whitest Kids You Know. I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, yeah. I know that guy.
I know some people that were really into it. I still haven't watched that, though.
He's
That's really
hilarious.
old, isn't it?
Yes.
Not at the table, Carlos. That's the line from The Hangover that you were talking about, Josh. Zach Kreger currently directs horror movies, including something or another called Barbarian and Weapons.
Yeah, that new one that just came out.
I watched that while we were on break.
How'd you like it?
I was kind of boring. It was okay.
There,
I feel bad because I know how much you liked it.
Do you agree that, like, I think they were going for kind of a comedy, right?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a little funny.
Okay, because I wasn't aware of that. I thought it was just supposed to be terrifying when I watched it. And so during some of the scenes where I busted out laughing, I was like, is it supposed to be like this? Why did he just tackle him? The gas station scene is the best.
Like when the villain is revealed.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the villain?
Zachary Taylor is one of the greatest Zachs of all time, according to a report that I found last night. We're going into deep historical figures here.
Yeah, why did
Zachary
president?
Taylor, a hero of the Mexican-American War, who would go on to become the 12th president of the United States. His stoic demeanor earned him the nickname of Big Nuts. No, I'm kidding. His nickname was Old Rough and Ready.
That's one of those presidents you forget about.
I forget about just about every one of them.
Yeah, you're right. It's tough. It's tough.
Zach Wilson, the MILF man.
He was something for a little bit there.
He was.
Yeah, what's he up to now?
He's a backup somewhere.
Oh, all right.
To show you that there isn't a ton to choose from if you're going to put together an extensive list of the greatest Zachs of all time. To prove that, career NFL backup quarterback Zach Wilson makes the list. And they note the fact that he went viral early in his career for his love of MILFs. So it says here he's currently a backup on the Miami Dolphins. Is he also currently dating a woman 25, 30 years older? Does he really love MILFs, or did he just get that label and folks are going to pick on him about it until the day that he dies?
Well, I thought the rumor was like he banged one of his mom's friends, and that's kind of how it started.
If you
and his mom, gorgeous.
The girl he is, I think, this says wife, but I'm not sure about that. Oh, yeah, he has a wife now, and she's of age.
What do you mean, of age?
Like,
Age appropriate, I think is what
age
you meant.
appropriate. She's gorgeous. My God.
Well, I'm sure she is.
Oh.
He's, 26, 7 years old, so you'd say she's in his age range?
Yeah.
So he's not really a MILF man.
No.
I don't think he's earned that.
Now,
No,
there was
I don't
one
think
rumor
so.
once, and then it just spread like wildfire. That's all he's known for now.
Like Josh said, rumor was he folded one of his mother's friends. If you had to take your pick, Josh, which one would you shoot for?
Of my mom's friends?
Yeah.
Boy, my mom's friends are all like super religious and old ladies.
Some people are into that, Josh.
And in my family, we have pretty much one friend, so I'll bow out of this one.
People are texting in. What about Zach Morris? These are real life Zachs on the list of the greatest Zachs of all time, not fictional. We're not doing fictional Zachs. Sorry.
Turkey Butt McGee, I'm not sure who this is. Harry Nut Zach?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of jokes about nut Zachs. Zach Brown, who they say is a country musician, lead singer of the Zach Brown Band. I hear that said out loud quite often.
He's pretty popular. Isn't he? We were just talking about him not too long ago because he brings that like barbecue truck with him.
Right.
Isn't that the guy?
And he has that hit single. Well, his biggest hit probably is that Chicken Fried song.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
my chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night. Pair of jeans that fits just right.
I wouldn't know him if I was banging him, but I hear all about this Zach Brown Band. Zach Woods?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty funny.
Oh, you know who that is?
Yeah, from The Office. He's the HR guy in The Office.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's awkward.
Never
He
s-
actually, no, he kind of pisses me off in the office.
You don't like the character?
No.
Oh, I never knew that guy's name until right now.
Right?
Never saw it. Zach Woods says here, there you go, from The Office, from Drunk History, from Silicon Valley. These are all programs that you might catch Zach Woods participating in. Zachary Quinto,
Yeah, I like Zachary Quinto.
also an actor. Television programs or movies called Heroes, American Horror Story, Brilliant Minds. Zach Braff, B-R-A-F-F, Braff.
I sure did love Scrubs.
Oh, yes, I love
And
him.
his TV commercials are pretty funny.
Yeah, I
They're
like
doing
it.
a Scrubs reboot.
They're rebooting everything.
Yeah.
Grubs, never saw it, but
I don't think you'd like it.
I'm with Josh. I absolutely love the commercials that Zach Braff does with that other gentleman. What is his name? Are they insurance commercials? What are they?
Donald Faison?
Yeah, Faison,
Yes,
yeah.
Donald. What kind of commercial?
Cell phone commercials.
Yeah, it's a cell phone. I don't know if it's T-Mobile or I'm not sure.
Yeah. They are so perfectly funny together. Their timing, their facial expressions, their the word in the business is chemistry.
And they have all that in Scrubs.
Never saw
For
it.
sure.
Yeah, you can tell they're best friends in real life as well.
But I love their television commercial work. Dude, Josh, next on the list of the greatest Zachs of all time from the internet. Some of you might be saying, well, where'd you get this? The internet. Next, rally round the family with a pocket full of shells.
Zach De La Roca.
That's right. From Rage Against the Machine.
I wouldn't mess with Zach De La Roca.
Oh, you could kick his ass.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, are you kidding
He's
me?
got that extra gear.
Oh, he has nothing. I'm going to tell him next time I see him how badly you want to kick his ass.
I don't want to kick his ass.
You just said on air you wanted to kick
No,
his ass.
you said I could kick his ass.
Why do you not like Zach De La Roca?
I never said I didn't like Zach De La Roca. I can say I'm having trouble pronouncing it. But that doesn't mean I don't like him.
Why are you afraid of him?
He just has that, okay, there's a machine, right? He rages against that thing.
But what machine?
I don't know. We never quite figured
That's
that out.
part of what has you frightened.
Yeah.
I think you
machine?
You could whoop his ass.
What's a machine? I couldn't whoop his ass.
The big league pitcher, the big league starting pitcher, Zach Greinke is on the list.
Okay.
I mean,
They're just kind of coming up with more
yeah.
Zachs.
I mean, it's fun. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's a great pitcher.
Yeah.
He's great. He's had a great career. It's just weird seeing Zach Greinke.
He's
okay.
a Cy Young winner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from his career. Zach Greinke. Zach Bryan, also a country singer, apparently.
I was wondering where he was. Yeah, I
Don't
absolutely
get nervous.
love
He's
Zach
right here.
Bryan.
He's right here.
He's one of my favorites,
I don't know him.
especially at the moment.
Zach Snyder.
Eh.
Okay, let me explain who that is, because I don't know who most of these people are. Filmmaker. Oh, it says here he is responsible for some of the biggest blockbuster superhero movies you could ever ask for. Like, say, Josh, Justice League, Man of Steel, Watchmen, Batman Against Superman, and Dawn of Justice.
He's responsible for 300 too.
What?
That's a great movie.
He had the right Superman in Henry Cavill. Did anybody see the new one?
No.
Nope.
I didn't really like it.
But I do love Henry Cavill.
Had its moments.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
kind
like
of
The Witcher. It's the wrong Witcher now. Should have been Henry Cavill.
Yep.
It's not the same.
You just want every role to be Henry Cavill.
Absolutely.
What the hell's going on with our listening audience? We're rolling through the completely ridiculous list of the greatest Zachs of all time. Here's a text. What about Isaac from The Love Boat?
He was great. He was great.
Isaac from The Love Boat. He was overrated is what he was.
Oh, I disagree.
One of your favorite guitar players, Zach Wilde,
One of the best.
is in here. You know, I never spent a lot of time listening to Black Label Society. What was the other group he had?
Pride and Glory?
Pride and Glory. I never spent a ton of time on those two groups. But recently, when I'm just effing around the house, this is how I operate in the afternoon and evening. I just turn on the boombox, and I'll find, sometimes it's old records that I'm very familiar with that I can't get enough of. But every once in a while, I'll try. I shouldn't say something new, because I'm not, anything beyond 1990 I'm mostly unfamiliar with. But I'll take, like, say, a side project from Rob Halford or a side project from, like, say, Zach Parisi. Zach Wilde. Sorry, Zach Wilde. And I've recently been listening to more Black Label Society and Pride and Glory. And I just am falling more and more in love with that stuff.
I can see why. The guitar work is great. I'm not even a big, acoustic guy. But it's pretty awesome.
What was the What was the record with Way Beyond Empty? What was that project? Was that just Zach Wild Band?
No, or was it?
Way
Let me
Beyond
look that up.
Empty. Because that's one of my favorite records of all time. Way beyond empty inside. I think I do a pretty good imitation of Zach Wild's singing voice.
So, just Zach Wild. Book of Shadows.
Book of Shadows. Dude, is that one solid acoustic record?
We used to play that around here.
Did we play that?
Yeah. When that first came out, we definitely did.
Here's why
I actually thought of you last night because I never put on music at home. And I did. And I thought, because I know we kind of had an off-air conversation about how you like music on at home.
Yeah.
Your wife doesn't.
No, she does not.
And I usually am the same. I just like silence.
Yeah.
And so I put some on last night, and I thought, I'd make Nick proud.
What
now.
did you listen to?
Love 105 for Christmas music.
Nice.
But during commercials, I turned it to Cool 108 for Christmas music. I mean, I'm listening to music. Does that mean anything?
Baby steps.
So you toggle back and forth between Love 105 with their constant Christmas music and Cool 108 with their equally constant Christmas music?
That is correct, yes.
Come on.
And happy holidays.
People are texting in. What about Zac Efron? We covered that already.
He was the first Zach on the list.
The world does not begin when you turn the radio on. We covered Zac Efron already.
That's fine. The ones that come in that are hurtful are, how come you morons didn't think of this? Or I can't believe you didn't do that when we already did or it's coming up. It's hurtful. Have some faith.
Who else is on the greatest Zach list? This is why we brought it up in the first place. This is why we brought it up in the first. I'm not kidding you. Zach Parise is in here. Zach is, this is what the article says, Zach is an American professional hockey player.
Well, he was.
He was captain of the New Jersey Devils when they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals in 2012, ultimately losing to the Los Angeles Kings. Parise was also a member of the silver medal-winning Team USA hockey club, this, that. We love Zachy.
No mention about us, though?
No, but his picture he's in a Wild jersey. But outside of that, they do not mention Minnesota
Oh, I meant
whatsoever.
specifically this
Interesting.
program.
Oh, no. Yeah, they did not mention this program.
It is so much fun to see him on this list, as possibly meaningless as it is. Zach Hansen from the band Hanson.
There'd be no bop without him.
They say he's the drummer.
I saw one of our old bosses, get yelled at over Hanson. He played it, and he was very excited to be what he said was the first person in Minnesota to play mbop. And the bigger boss called and asked him, "What the hell are you doing? Never play that again." Watched him get yelled at. It's satisfying when an evil person gets yelled at by a higher-up evil person.
I remember Hanson. I do. And we close it out with Zachary Levi, another actor. What does it say here? He's part of a long-running television series called Chuck.
Yep, that was a funny show.
And some other things. Finally, Zach Top, another singer-songwriter. Bluegrass cowboy music, they call it. But what you should take away from this is if you're a fan of music, you should try that Book of Shadows record by Zach Wild. What other tracks are on there? The only one I can come up with is Way Beyond Empty. But the single was something else. The single was, Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell. Right, Josh? If you can think back 25.
I don't remember which one the single was. The first
Somewhere
one.
Between
Because
Heaven.
both were played. But I can't remember what was what.
There you go. All right, we got to get going again.
That was a good record, though.
Oh, dude, I love it. I really do.
I wish there wasn't so much Christmas music on, because I could listen to it on my way home if that wasn't the case.
Priorities.
You're really drawn to that. So this time of year, you're just drawn to, that's your go-to, is Christmas music.
Well, in the car, it's books on tape. Yeah, if I got somebody in the car, I'll listen to
I do not
Christmas
like
music.
Christmas music.
I love it.
Oh, God.
I waited, though. I mean, I think Cool 108 started like the day after Halloween or something like that.
Oh, man, really?
So I did wait until the day after Thanksgiving.
When are they just going to go year-round with it?
You know what? It's such a ratings juggernaut.
It
I
is.
wouldn't be surprised.
Zachary Taylor, the 12th president of the United States. Covered it already, bro. Covered it.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Nice.
93X.
Nice.
We've had every local news station, every national news station reach out to cover this story, and we ask ourselves why? Why all this coverage? And I can't help but revert back to what I said earlier, that people are eager to see more stories like this.
Very true. Very true. A mother of 3 was honored last week for lending police a hand, or in this case, her car specifically, to help an officer chase down a suspected shoplifter. The pursuit began Saturday at a Dillard store in Louisiana, where a report of a shoplifting sent Sergeant Jeff Cars inside to investigate. The suspect, 34-year-old Kelsey Baird, spotted him as he came through the doors and quickly ditched the items she had been trying to steal.
I'll walk with me, all right?
I didn't take anything, sir. I mean,
Come on and walk.
There she goes.
From Dillard's, slide out. Foot pursuit from Dillard's. White female, gray top, blue jeans, brown hair.
When Sergeant Cars tried to stop her from leaving, Baird sprinted across the parking lot and jumped into a waiting car as Cars approached. Behind the wheel was her boyfriend, 43-year-old Eric Bordeaux. Body cam video shows the officer running after her until she climbed into the vehicle as it sped away. Almost immediately, a stranger pulled up and asked if the cop needed a lift. Want to hop in, the Good Samaritan said. Cars accepted. He climbed in and guided the woman as they followed the fleeing pair. Police said the citizen-officer duo kept a safe distance while he relayed a play-by-play to responding units over the radio. Within moments, backup arrived and the suspects were taken into custody.
They went left. They went left.
units are out. Straight, they're right there. They're going around the back.
Go and give them. We got it.
Okay, yep. Okay, there you go, sir. Thank you for your service.
Baird and Bordeaux were charged with theft and resisting an officer by flight. Baird received an additional charge for possession of meth, a little dental crisis confetti. The police chief later thanked the Good Samaritan for stepping in and presented her with a citizenship award.
I understand that shoplifting is, bad, illegal, but is it that serious where you gotta take someone's car to chase them down?
Yeah, it seemed a little overblown to me, too, actually. Like, what, he stole something from a department store and were fleeing through traffic?
Sometimes there's very little going on.
And they had a press conference about it. God. What could she possibly have taken that was that valuable?
Yeah, she
I don't
only
think she
stole
actually
like $5 worth of goods or something.
I don't think she actually ended up taking anything. She ditched it all.
Oh, my God.
What was some little town in Louisiana?
Yeah.
That explains it, right? I mean, sometimes there's very little going on. You're a cop. You ought to do something. A little bit of excitement. You showed a citizen a good time, right?
Yeah, I bet that was a blast for her.
Little community service there, or whatever you want to call it. Having fun with a regular citizen.
I mean, the story could have ended with, and that's how we never saw the cop again. He just jumped in a stranger's car. A 25-year-old Albuquerque man's facing charges after telling deputies he shot 2 people inside a New Mexico home because he believed that he'd received an encrypted message ordering him to kill. A message, he said, that was hidden in a cockroach. Officers arrived just before 10:30 p.m. Friday after reports of gunfire. When they reached the front door, they were met by Alexis Hernandez, who had a firearm in his waistband and a sword on his hip.
A sword?
Yes. Again, the message was hidden in a cockroach. With his life cut into pieces, Hernandez told deputies, quote, "I had to do what I had to do as a last resort." During an interview after he was taken into custody, he said he knew both men, including the property owner. He described believing that the owner, someone he used to consider a friend, had been stalking him in the days leading up to the shooting. He told deputies he thought the friend had placed cameras inside the lights, and he was hearing creepy voices coming from the vents.
Oh, boy.
He added that he'd been getting signs telling him he needed to kill the property owner before the man killed him. Hernandez later claimed he had received those orders via an encrypted message in a cockroach, noting that the owner didn't like cockroaches. According to the warrant, Hernandez won't be getting away with murder because he admitted to the attack and later told police he didn't know what to do afterwards, so he stayed on scene and just walked around until they arrived.
I don't want to interrupt you, Josh, but I just want to acknowledge I appreciate those Papa Roach references.
What Papa Roach references? There are Papa Roach references in there? I missed it. Thank you. It turns out that in a laundry room, clean, press, and stress are a combustible combination. A 29-year-old Indiana man ended up setting his own house on fire because he was, in his own words, stressed and pissed off about his financial situation. Travis Clark was arrested October 27th after he approached officers and said he wanted to confess to a crime. He explained he was stressed out and, quote, pissed off that he was in debt with credit cards. As he talked with police, he went on to describe how he had set fire in his home's laundry room before heading to work that morning, hoping he could collect insurance money to pay off what he owed.
Okay.
He admitted that he did try something similar 3 years earlier for the same reason, though that earlier attempt never prompted an investigation. This most recent September fire, he said, did. Clark also acknowledged he had searched how to start a fire on his cell phone.
Oh, don't do that, bud. At least go in incognito mode.
Do it in the library.
You got to go to the library. You're right, Dana. After meeting with an insurance adjuster, Clark said he took a butane lighter and torched the wire even more to make it look more convincing for insurance costs, as if they were some sort of electrical fire.
Sure.
In a written statement, he explained he had snapped because his bills were piling up.
There's a guy who didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel, did he?
I feel bad he was in that situation, but yeah, that's going to work out pretty poorly for him. Charged with insurance fraud. A Florida man was injured when he and his wife tried to stab him twice after she said she needed to sacrifice him. Authorities arrived just after 8 a.m. last Tuesday to spot Richard Dettert standing outside in a robe, sporting a fresh forearm cut and the unmistakable expression of someone who did not wake up expecting knife play before breakfast. He told deputies the day began at 5 a.m. with his 58-year-old wife Karen looming over him and asking, "Where's our son?" When he asked her why she wanted to know, she said, "I need to sacrifice you both."
Oh, no.
I want a divorce.
That's where you point out the son's location and you run like hell. Karen tried to stab him with a large knife, but Richard was able to block the attack, disarm her, and lock himself in a bedroom. By 7:45 a.m., he ventured out for a shower, presumably believing the worst was over. It wasn't. Striking from behind the refrigerator, Karen aimed another knife at his stomach, authorities say. Richard blocked the second attack, too, although he took another cut to the arm in the process. While they struggled over the blade, Karen kept yelling, "I'm going to kill you. But first, I'd like to speak to your manager," Karen said. Richard eventually disarmed her and escaped long enough to call 911. Police found Karen still inside the home, detained her, and placed her in a patrol car. She refused to talk with law enforcement, but did volunteer one unsolicited detail. "These aren't the clothes I was wearing when I stabbed him." She admitted to the stabbing.
Oh, Jesus.
I find it funny that he was like, all right, everything should be better now. I'm going to go take a shower. Or why would everything just be better?
She must kind of do that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
I'm guessing he's been dealing with mental episodes like this for many, many years if he thought he could take a quick douche in the middle of all this madness.
A 44-year-old nurse who worked at a hospital in Western Germany injected dozens of mostly elderly patients with large doses of sedatives or painkillers in order to make his night shifts easier. The defendant testified that he tried only to put his patients to sleep because sleep, quote, is the best medicine, he said, insisting he didn't know the drugs he used could be lethal. Prosecutors said the nurse, employed at the hospital since 2020, showed no motivation or enthusiasm while performing his duties and displayed a complete lack of empathy for sick patients in his care. The investigation found the patients who needed the most attention irritated him. A court recently sentenced the nurse to life in prison without parole. Apparently, sadly, he murdered 10 patients.
What?
And attempted to murder 27 others.
Oh. Really?
Investigators are reviewing additional suspicious cases from his medical career.
This guy ended up killing 10 people dead?
Yeah, he claimed he didn't mean to, that he just was trying to knock them out so he could chill out.
Yeah, for a second there, I just thought the guy was lazy. You know, just wanted to...
He was lazy. That's what he's claiming. It's pure laziness. A drunk New Yorker is facing felony charges after she struck trick-or-treaters with her vehicle on Halloween night. Deputies were called about 7:50 p.m. October 31st after reports multiple people had been hit by a car. And when they arrived, they found a vehicle stopped in the street with a guy trapped underneath. In all, 4 people were injured. The man beneath the vehicle had serious injuries to his torso and legs, while a woman who'd also been struck suffered injuries to her foot. A 14-year-old had serious injuries to his hip area, and another man was hit but didn't require medical treatment. An investigation pieced together what happened. They learned 60-year-old Ann Affolder had been backing an SUV out of a driveway when she suddenly accelerated into the street and into a crowd of trick-or-treaters. And she wasn't just drunk. She also had a small amount of methamphetamine, a little Eastview Lightning, if you will. The driver was taken into custody at the scene. Just hammered and hit the gas a little too hard.
God dang.
For decades, the world's servicemen and women have been portrayed on screen and honored for bravery and sacrifice. And since today's Veterans Day, a day dedicated to recognize those who served in the U.S. military, it's a fitting opportunity to revisit several defining war films, all of which are available to stream. The internet yesterday was abuzz with different movies people thought that we should see. Set in 1963, the World War II thriller The Great Escape follows a group of battle-hardened Allied prisoners attempting a daring breakout from a German POW camp, starring Steve McQueen, who was a Marine vet in real life.
Steve McQueen, bitch.
James Garner, Richard Attenborough, and Charles Bronson.
That's a great one.
Director Oliver Stone's Platoon is about a young U.S. Army recruit played by Charlie Sheen as he confronts the moral and psychological pressures of combat in Vietnam while navigating the conflicting influence of his superiors portrayed by Tom Berenger and Willem Dafoe.
Y'all want to talk about killing?
Another Oliver Stone film, the acclaimed biographical drama Born on the 4th of July, follows a Vietnam War veteran played by Tom Cruise after he's paralyzed and sent back to the United States to resume his non-military life.
That's a difficult one.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh.
I really have no idea why. I always wanted to. That's the one on the list I haven't seen.
Very, very well done. Very dark, but also inspirational. Just know when you go into it, Josh, there's going to be some troubling moments in the movie. But what'll lighten your mood a little bit is when, at the beginning of the movie, you see Tom Cruise, who's like 35 at the time, portraying an uncomfortable teenage virgin.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
The Steven Spielberg 1998 war drama Saving Private Ryan tracks a group of American World War II troops who are ordered to go behind enemy lines in France to rescue a soldier played by Matt Damon, whose brothers have all been killed in action, with an opening battle sequence still considered among the most unforgettable.
That's an incredible movie.
It is. One of my favorites.
I like when Oppum kills that dude at the ass end of the movie.
Released the same year as Saving Private Ryan, The Thin Red Line offers a look at a group of U.S. soldiers in the Pacific Theater as they grapple with the brutality of war. The cast includes Sean Penn, Adrian Brody, Jim Caviezel, George Clooney, John Cusack, Woody Harrelson, Nick Nolte, and others. Completely stacked there.
One of the greatest scenes ever is when Nick Nolte has a complete meltdown commanding the platoon leader to attack when he does not want to attack. Those of you who have seen the movie know what I'm talking about.
He's the perfect guy to play a guy who has a complete meltdown.
Oh, my God.
There's no better actor.
I don't know how he could breathe during that scene. He's screaming with so much ferocity, sure.
Dunkirk is another war movie which made the list. A Christopher Nolan war thriller depicting the real-life Dunkirk evacuation of World War II, which resulted in the rescue of over 300,000 Allied soldiers. Other recommended war-themed movies included Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now, and The Deer Hunter.
My favorite war movie is Inglourious Bastards.
That's
It's
a great
so
movie.
good.
That's a lot of...
Not exactly true, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I
No,
didn't
but
consider that
it's-
one, but that is a great movie.
Yeah.
Black Hawk Down made the list quite a few times. People were
Oh,
checking
that
in on
movie.
that one.
That's a tough
Some
one.
good ones in there, Cubby.
Definitely. Among those who have served in the military are several familiar faces from the entertainment world. Oscar-winning film and TV icon Morgan Freeman served in the Air Force, possibly narrating his own basic training video with his legendary voice. Film legend Clint Eastwood went ahead and made the Army's day when he was drafted during the Korean War. Long before anyone knew he'd grow up to be the galaxy's most temperamental Sith, Star Wars actor Adam Driver enlisted in the Marines, inspired by the September 11th terrorist attacks.
I didn't know that.
Notable tough guy Chuck Norris, best known for being able to strangle a guy with a cordless phone, served in the Air Force, where even the planes saluted him. The A-Team star Mr. T joined the Army National Guard, as did film, TV, and mustache great Tom Selleck. The late music legend Jimi Hendrix served in the Army's 101st Airborne Division. Those were only a few, and of course many heroes from across public life have served. So on Veterans Day and every day, a sincere thank you to all who have worn the uniform.
Can you imagine bunking next to Mr. T at basic training?
Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I bet
I need my gun, my 1,000 pounds of necklaces.
I bet he was the guy that you couldn't get to shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just such a talker.
We mentioned this earlier. Later this morning, we have a very special in-studio guest joining us for Veterans Day. His name's Zach Johnson, and he is the founder and CEO of Roger Up. He's served in the United States Marine Corps. He was awarded the Purple Heart. If Roger Up is unfamiliar to you, it's an organization he started giving veterans a place to experience the outdoors and provide resources and some real tools to help them live their best lives and start healing. Very much looking forward to his presence later this morning. Because it's a federal holiday, many government-related offices, including post offices and most banks, will be closed today. However, the majority of private businesses remain open, and many of those are offering special discounts or complimentary items to veterans as a way to show our appreciation. Here are some of those restaurants providing Veterans Day deals: Applebee's, California Pizza Kitchen, Chili's, Chipotle, Denny's, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Hooters, nice, IHOP, Little Caesars, Outback Steakhouse, Qdoba, Red Robin, Starbucks, and more. Very cool that they are doing stuff like that. And again, thank you to our veterans. Leonardo DiCaprio is 51 today. Her new face may not be old enough for kindergarten, but Demi Moore herself turned 63. And Rudy Sarzo, bassist for Ozzy Osbourne, Quiet Riot, Whitesnake, and Blue Oyster Cult, 75.
Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
What? Yeah, I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. Why do you ask?
Oh.
That was a weird question to throw out of nowhere.
You're cool.
I bet you and Rudy Sarzo become very good friends.
I hope so. One of my favorites.
Rudy Sarzo, you said.
Sending a heavenly 28th to Jordan from the Clark family. The other dumbass welder Jesus checked in on this Veterans Day, and he wants to give a shout-out from one veteran to the rest of the brother and sisterhood that are also veterans, and that's 93X News.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
Well, hello to all my podcast friends out there. Dana here. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to our show. Let's be honest, there are way too many podcasts out there, but the fact that you take time to listen to ours means the world. And it's, of course, all brought to you by my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, the best in the business. Just like podcasts, there are tons of HVAC companies out there, but Standard is the standard. And remember to get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. It's been colder than balls in Minnesota and only getting colder. Book appointments at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com. Enjoy the show.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's a special Christmas edition of Thursday Night Football, and it's only on Prime Video. Tonight, the Denver Broncos take on the Kansas City Chiefs on Christmas night. Cap off your holiday with an old-school rivalry. Coverage begins at 7:30 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, T&F Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Broncos and Chiefs tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
The Half-Ass Morning Show. 93X.
Oh, yeah, welcome back to the friggin' show, the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. Love these big crowds. We got this and that to do before we can break dance our way out of this nightmare. You'd never lie to me, would you, Cubby?
No. I mean, unless it saved your life in some way.
Of course you wouldn't lie to me, because
No.
you're a good person. Straighter than a Grizzlies D, this guy. Give me a scenario where a lie might save my life. Now I'm intrigued.
Let's say somebody says, if you tell him the truth, we're going to kill him and his entire family. I'm being held by some bad guys out of Serbia.
God dang, yeah.
I'm kidnapped.
Yeah.
I was on a skiing trip in Serbia.
Liam Neeson's on the way to solve this problem.
They get
but
me, and
until
you call,
then, yeah.
and they say, if you friggin' say a word to this guy, he's dead. In that case, I would lie to you.
Very interesting, and I would appreciate that.
But I'm a bad liar, so I'd say, what am I doing? I'm certainly not kidnapped in Serbia on a ski trip. Why do you ask?
You're not a liar. You're not any good at it.
Suck at it.
You're not any good at it. You know some liars, everybody?
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I know a couple different kinds of liars. Some good ones, and some ones that are too arrogant about it. They think they're good ones, but they're very terrible, and it's incredibly insulting at how good they think they are, despite the fact that there's not one person that believes anything they're saying.
I think you perfectly described the two types of liars that maybe we're all familiar with. There are people who can really fool you, and you find out years later, no kidding, that was BS. And there are others. Why is it that some liars can't recognize how horrible they are at it? Horrible. They treat us like we're children, like we'll believe anything. That's exactly, perfectly two different kinds of liars out there.
Does anyone here, when they're telling the truth, get overly worried that somebody's going to think you're lying?
Only you.
Yes. No. All the time.
That sounds like a Josh thing.
Right. Like, let's say somebody says, hey, can you do this? And I legitimately cannot. I have to fight my instinct to not run down my entire day to explain why I can't, which I know would sound like a lie. I'm giving a little too much information. So there's plenty of times where I think, I'm stuck because they're going to think I'm lying, but I legitimately am unable to complete whatever task that is.
You also have that problem, Ashley? Even when you tell the truth, you worry that someone will think you're lying?
Yes. I don't know where it comes from, but yeah.
All right. How can you tell when someone's lying to you? Go ahead.
They look away.
They look away.
Yep, that's
a lack of eye contact.
Like Josh said, they add too many unnecessary details.
They get angry. They get defensive.
Yep, that's a real good one.
They get defensive if you doubt them?
Yes.
Yep.
Or just, okay.
Or even if like you just ask a simple question about it, like you weren't doubting them, but then they get so defensive, you're like, oh, interesting.
Sure. It says here now, something or another I was reading earlier, most people like to think they can tell when someone's lying. But according to body language expert Judy James, she's a body language expert.
Judy James?
I think that's what the name is.
That's a cute name.
Do you like that one?
Yeah.
Sounds like a porn star, doesn't it?
Yes.
She's a body language expert. Interesting. According to Judy James, the body language expert, it's not that simple to tell when someone's lying. I think it's easier than Judy James is making it out to be. I really do think I am fairly skilled in figuring out when someone is telling me a BS story.
Do you know, have you heard the term micro expressions?
No.
Like Brad Thor, he's an author and he has a character in it who he's trained to look for micro expressions to tell if somebody's lying. He was with the Secret Service, and apparently during his time with the Secret Service, he learned how to tell that kind of thing. Like little things that most people wouldn't pick up on.
I wish I had a job with the Secret Service.
Yeah, me too.
Here are the top 10 signs someone might be lying. See, I think it's not that difficult. You just have to pay attention to the delivery, to the body language. Here we go. Okay. Here are the top 10 signs someone might be lying. Okay, eye direction is number one. Specifically, if a person looks to the right a lot.
Oh, I thought it was the left. Huh.
Well, this is Ashley. This is Judy James, the body language expert now.
Don't argue with her, Ashley.
You don't want to start a war with this woman.
No.
Somebody texted in and said, ask the cop listeners how to tell if someone's lying.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe some of the cops, or we've got an investigator, she's out there, maybe she can tell us.
Feel free to text, always.
CFH bass player Jesus said, if someone says, yeah, that's the ticket, there's a good chance they're lying.
Was that a John Lovitz
Yeah,
bit?
John Lovitz.
Way back in the day.
Oh, man, that's good.
All right, so we start with eye direction. Apparently, if a person looks to the right a lot, it means they're making stuff up. If they're looking to the left, they're trying to a member. Maybe don't take this, as 100% accurate, but that's according to the deep research by body language expert Judy Jones. Josh, where do I look when I'm trying to remember or trying to think?
My genitalia. Constantly. You look right at my penis.
I look straight up in the air. I do it a lot. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Oh, I've noticed that, certainly.
Yeah. When I'm trying to remember something or trying to listen, I look straight up in the air. I don't know why, but I believe that it helps me. Long pauses are the sign of a liar.
Boy, I don't know about that.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a while for things to just start churning in my head.
I disagree with that.
I question this one as well.
Because, there's just certain people, like my wife and I are very different in the way we communicate, where if we disagree on something, I like to solve it immediately and move on, and she likes to really think about stuff. So sometimes you'll say something, and it'll take her a while to respond because she wants to use the right words.
I think we should eliminate that one.
Yeah,
long pauses doesn't necessarily mean you're lying. It means you're... But I like this one. A liar may ask you to repeat your question to buy time. Have you ever had a three-way? Well, let me think about that. Huh.
Yeah, that one, it's funny because...
That brings up a great memory.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was like a ridiculous sex situation that involved a three-way, and we were talking about it, and has this ever happened to anybody here? And the person's like, God, I think so.
Yeah.
And it's something that you would remember the barometric pressure of the... You would remember every single detail of.
One of the craziest sexual conquests imaginable, and we asked an individual... You ever been dialed into something like that? Yeah, I think so. What do you mean you friggin' think so?
You would know.
No,
Yeah,
the answer is no.
Yeah, that is not something a person would forget.
Until the day that they die. Voice changes. Listen for a higher pitch.
The squeaky voice.
Squeaky voice, a higher pitch, or a breathless tone. This is caused by stress, and it may mean that someone is lying to your face. Fidgeting. Fidget around with your hands.
I want to throw that one out, too. I'm just a natural fidgeter.
Well, you said that while scratching your eyebrows.
I did.
So I don't think you were telling the truth. And now you're rubbing your eye. Do you ever tell the truth around here?
So, and somebody else is in the same boat as me. They say they're just socially awkward and do all those suspicious things. Yeah, I find myself doing that, too. And then I'm conscious of it. And it makes it even worse.
Yeah, sounds like a bunch of liars to me, Cubby.
Happy Cop, almost retired Jesus, said that if the person you're talking to is someone you're discussing crime or some sort of issue or a traffic issue, and they're moving their lips, they're lying. Yeah, that's the thing about cops. Even the good people, I've always heard cops say, even the good people lie to us constantly. Just things like, how fast you're going? Wow, I think I was going the speed limit. Oh, you know what the speed limit is? Oh, yeah, I was on the sign back there. Just never quite telling the truth.
If their lips are moving, if their jaw is jacking,
yep,
they're lying.
They're lying to the cops.
Some liars have a poker face. They remain completely still while lying to avoid giving anything away. Eye dancing is another sign of a liar. If their eyes are all over the room, it can be a sign of panic.
Disagree with that, too. Our boss, he's gotten a lot better. He kind of jokes about it, that the crap we've given him for not being able to make eye contact has improved.
It has.
And he has improved significantly. But he was kind of an eye dancer for a while, and he's an honest dude.
Well, honestly, one of the worst I've ever seen.
But wouldn't you say I don't even notice it anymore. I think he's really dialed it in.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better at it.
The first time I met him in person, I called Josh afterwards, and I said, I think this guy might hate me. Like, he was looking for somebody better to talk to, it seemed like the whole time when we were sitting there having coffee. And you explained to me, no, that's just kind of his thing.
Yeah, I just say, I'm like, don't take it that way at all. He's that's something he's known for.
Eye dancing. I'd never heard that said out loud before. Overcompensation can be a sign of a liar. A liar might puff up and act overly confident when trying to get away with something. Signs like crossed arms over their chest when telling their story. According to what we're reading this morning, could be the sign of a liar. Crossed arms over their chest. A forced lifeless smile. It's like a lifeless smile. It's like a doll's smile. And too many filler words. If every sentence starts with or you know, they might be lying. The dead giveaway for me, like I said earlier, I think I'm pretty good at this. The dead giveaway for me is when someone starts their story with a laugh. You know, isn't it true that you once beat Mike Tyson in a boxing match, right? You ask somebody about some tall story that you heard. And if they go, oh, yeah, I assume they're lying every effing time, and I think I'm right.
Does anybody else have this type of liar in their life where they repeat stories as if they happened to them?
Oh, dude, I got a couple of great stories about people who told a story about themselves that wasn't actually about themselves.
Right, and sometimes the person it happened to is in the conversation.
Yes.
Oh, I've done that on accident, though. Like,
on accident, she says.
Here with you guys, I've stopped myself because about a sentence into, like, I'm like, oh, one of my buddies, you know, I think they did this or that. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, that was you. Sorry.
Well, so you weren't telling the story about yourself.
No, I said.
You mistook who told you the story.
Yeah, I hate when I do that.
Oh, dude, this is one of the funniest days of my life here in this miserable business. Years ago, I was on air with a dude, and our intern was this uncomfortable young high school kid. Back when we used to have lots of uncomfortable young high school kids in the building interning one way or the other. And this high school kid, our intern, he hadn't really experienced anything at that point in his life. He hadn't drank, smoked, never been with a girl. All day long, he would hear me and my on-air partner at the time tell these wild stories. We were much older, you know. And then one day, the young kid, we're trading wild sex stories, and the young kid said, I should go back. My on-air partner told a story once about how he was in the back seat of a Cutlass, and he was receiving oral from a girl, and the girl vomited all over him. Okay? Funny story.
Yeah.
Fast forward 8 months or something, 6, 7, 8 months, and we're again trading these sex stories, and the young intern kid says, yeah, man, one night I was in the back of this Cutlass with this girl, and she started to, go down on me, and she vomited all over me. It was crazy. And my on-air partner says, dude, that happened to me. It's a story I told about 6 months ago. And the intern goes, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys tell these great stories every day, and I'm trying to keep up, and I can't.
I just want to fit in.
Yeah.
That makes me sad.
Just want to be one of the guys.
It's one of those deals. I calm down now. It's okay.
I thought of one other type of liar. I know someone who lies so often that they've convinced themselves that it happened, despite the fact that other people were there or are very familiar with the situation and it never happened. Mm-hmm. That person's tough to deal with because they so believe this lie they've told for so long, you can't convince them otherwise.
Is that a George Costanza line where he says something's not a lie if you believe it yourself so much?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he had some line. I'm butchering, of course, but he says, if you tell yourself a lie over and over again, you start to believe it. It's no longer a lie.
There's a tiny bit of logic to that when you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh, what you're describing is a crazy person.
Oh, yeah.
That's a level of insanity where you really, truly believe these absolute nonsense stories. That's a sign of someone who's gone off the deep end.
Yep.
And I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Are you writing down
I think
a name?
I know too.
Sorry, that's a bad toss. Yeah, it's
the note you wrote says, that's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple other people who we're familiar with that have that problem. I think they're so mentally shot that they believe these fantasies were reality. It's a thing. Here's the deal. We're going to roll here shortly. Appreciate you listening. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm excited for my wife today. I talked to her on the telephone while we were playing commercials and whatnot. And some of you might be saying, well, what are you so excited about, for Christ's sake? I'll tell you. Talk to my wife. She's on her way out to our old friend's place, Josh. She's on her way out to Loose Line Trail, Loose Line Orchard. Terry Train, formerly of the KQ morning program. Terry and her family run this wonderful Loose Line Orchard out in Watertown, Delano, one of the two, Watertown. And the apple orchard and corn mazes and everything.
It's awesome.
You can kiss your sweetie on the kissing log. Josh, you ever been kissed on the log?
No, never once.
So my wife's going out there today to pick up a gift basket from Loose Line Orchard and Terry that we can use in our silent auction this Sunday at our Calling for a Cure bingo game Sunday. Thank you for everyone who bought a ticket. So I'm talking to Terry last night, and I said, what time would it be cool for my wife to come out to the orchard tomorrow and pick up that gift basket to be auctioned off? And Terry said, well, how about 9:30? Because, we can meet at 9:30 because at 10 a.m., Terry says, a vet is coming to the orchard to do a pregnancy test on one of their horses. And so then Terry said, if my wife is interested, once she swings out there, she can stick around and be a spectator to a veterinarian doing a pregnancy test on a horse.
I hope this horse is in a committed relationship because we all know how your wife feels about horses in this case.
That's true. I forgot all about it. So I guess today my wife gets to witness a professional veterinarian execute a horse pregnancy test.
I wonder how you go about that. Do they pee on a stick?
Yeah, good question.
We were trying to figure it out last night. We looked up some things online. Sure, I think you can just reach on up there and see if you feel yourself a baby horse.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
not
don't,
fun, though.
Oh, there's a rectal palpitation. That's the one I'd go for.
There's rectal palpitations. You can put a little sonogram thing right on the horse's belly. So
there's a blood test.
See a little baby horse in there? That is sweet.
A little baby horse face.
I bet that's scary, actually.
We'll find out. I don't know if I'd want to be on the front lines of a horse pregnancy test, but we'll find out all about it.
Nick or Ashley, have you guys ever watched the show Silicon Valley?
Yes.
Never saw it.
Do you remember the scene with the horse breeders and how aggressively they were having sex?
Oh, yeah.
That was disturbing.
The horses were, or
yes.
the breeders?
Not the breeders. No,
the horses. They're trying to, a stallion get somebody pregnant, and oh man, why do they feel the need to show that in such detail?
Yeah, I guess I've never seen that, and I'm fine with that.
Minnesota Moses texted in to say, let me get this straight, your wife is going to a horse gender reveal party? Yeah, I suppose you could look at it that way. I don't know.
I'm jealous.
Would you like to see that?
You can go.
Yeah.
Why not go?
I guess you got to be there by 10. Anyway.
That'd be impressive if I could get there by 10.
Yeah.
I'm leaving now.
I don't know if that's something I could, depending on exactly what happens, I don't know if that's something I could.
I don't want to be involved in the birth, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to see the rectal palpitation, but I can watch a blood test or maybe they ask the horse a series of questions.
651 to 715, Jesus says, all horses appear to be pregnant. Yeah, they do. They do.
They do kind of have that look.
So, I don't know.
I bet she didn't, when she reached out to Terry about this, I don't think she imagined that this would be the route that her day would take.
That she'd be invited to such a thing?
Yeah.
No, none of us saw it approach her.
And honestly, if somebody asks you to do that, how do you, if you don't want to, just, no, I'm good. Like, I'd feel bad turning that down.
I would also feel bad turning it down because it's such a unique opportunity.
Yeah, and Terry seemed kind of excited about it if she's going to give her the invitation.
There you go.
Maybe your wife can take a video for us.
Or certainly she'd be an expert now. She could tell us how they check.
If someone's got to put an arm up there, I'm not watching that video.
Can elbow deep.
Not watching that video. Appreciate it, everybody. We got to go.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right. We got a check-in, Josh.
Who from?
A listener has checked in on our Luther Bloomington Kia text line, and that would be, hang on a second, I'll get there in just a second. I'll try anything 4 times Jesus has checked in.
Oh, I know that guy.
He says, hello, Ashley, and the other ones.
Hello.
Oh, this is going to hurt. All right, then. He's going to be sticking with that all day. We learned earlier that's a hurtful statement.
All right, a little bit earlier on, we had another conversation on grown folks who have a fear of the dark. Scary things can happen in the dark. Got a couple of great text messages from a deer hunter or two. And the first said, nothing will make your spine shiver more than sitting in your deer stand in the dark waiting for the light. And you have a bobcat scream at you.
Oh, dude.
That's a little bit of everything, Jesus, who texted that in. And then a separate deer hunter said, last year, I should say, when deer hunting, I had a barn owl scream at me when I got to my stand. This was about 4:30 in the morning. It wasn't light yet. And he said, I'm not going to lie. That got to me a little. The screaming barn owl.
Yeah, I bet. That's terrifying.
We've got a couple of big owls in our backyard. They're loud as hell. I've never lived somewhere where we've had those.
Yeah, I used to have a couple of those big fat bastards. Friggin' tree branch cubby. Kind of stretched down right in front of my bedroom window. I could hear everything those owls were saying to each other all night long.
I finally got a picture of it. I showed it to Ashley. It's a big guy. I mean, that thing's huge.
Hasn't it taken care of a couple rabbits in your neighborhood, too?
Oh, dude, squirrel parts. I found the hindquarters of a squirrel the other day. Yeah, it's decapitated rabbits. I think there's 2 of them.
Oof.
Now, one of the greatest pranks I've ever heard of, I wish I would have been there, while we're talking about a fear of the dark, and we were talking specifically about hunting. My buddy Joey, one of my best bros, he's the guy who cries at all the Queensryche concerts, Josh.
Oh, I think you were just talking about him yesterday, weren't you? Off air, we were playing some. It wasn't Queensryche, but I forget what you were playing. You mentioned he cried during that too.
Oh, yeah. He likes to cry at concerts. The music gets to him. That's Joey. What song was it? Anyway.
It was Megadeth.
I don't recall.
Shoot.
At any rate, he used to be a big hunter, and I wish I would have been in on this prank, but I was not. So Joey's one of those guys that'll drive his pickup into the middle of nowheres in the woods hours before daylight and then just kind of fall asleep or relax in the front cab of his pickup until the sun comes up, and then he goes off trotting around the woods, hunting birds and such. So some other friends of his pulled this prank on him where they knew where he was headed and waited for his truck to pull up, waited for him to turn all the lights off in his pickup, and they knew he was sitting in there, trying to sleep or just relaxing. And some big sumbitch pulled on the Jason hockey mask and they had the machete in hand and walked out of the woods towards Joey's pickup. And
dude.
And Joey told me it was the closest he'd ever come to a full coronary failure.
I can imagine having a heart attack seeing something like that.
Great prank. I wish I would have been there.
That's really sketchy to do when you're when you know that they have a weapon.
Right. I was say the guy's lucky he didn't get shot.
Yeah.
Well, Joey's also kind of a chicken dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he knew he was going to be safe.
They knew that he would scream and run away like a little girl before he would ever fire his weapon.
Millennial Steel Cutter Jesus said last year he had a coyote run at him and stop about 20 feet away in the middle of the night. I've had a couple of those that just try and take themselves out in front of my vehicle for whatever reason.
They're not right in the head, those coyotes. So we were talking all about sleeping. Some are afraid of the dark. Some like to sleep with a light on. Ashley specifically likes to sleep with a red light on. Some of you like to sleep with fans, and I think that's some sign of mental shortcoming. But all this talk about sleep, for Christ's sake, Josh, we got this text message right here. A listener said, come on, you guys. All this talk about sleep made me piss in my bed.
Oh, no.
So, what?
He's a bedwetter. You didn't
Was
follow?
he in? I hope he was in bed. versus just standing there going.
Now, what was it that we discussed, Josh? Something that keeps you awake? There was some product. I thought we were talking about something that
product.
Any little red light that's on, like a TV or something.
That's
it. Not necessarily keeps me awake, but I would do my best to cover it or turn it off.
But I thought we talked about something that will keep you awake.
Oh, the hand sanitizer under the nose?
There you go. A military guy texted in and said,
offended millennial Jesus.
Back when he was in the service, they'd smear a little hand sanitizer under their nose, and it would keep them awake. That was it, yes. Another listener texted in to say, Zins under your foreskin is the only way, is the best way to stay awake.
Oh, I don't have that much foreskin.
Oh, my God.
I think
put
I
a
need
few
more.
of those Zin nicotine thing. You put them under your foreskin, tuck it in there, and he says, that's the way to stay awake.
Huh. All right.
All right. See, you just gave him an all right, which is very similar.
That is very similar.
Very similar
That
to...
deserved that. What?
No, it did not. That was very funny.
That was good advice, too.
What line did I get now that I have in my back pocket?
All right, then.
All right, then. All right, then.
Forgetting
And you just gave this guy all right. Why?
Yeah, because picturing that is very disturbing.
What's with the attitude in the room?
I want to jump in on this.
My bad. That's normal. My bad.
I want to jump in on this. Do you mind reading that text one more time?
Zins under the foreskin are the only real way to stay awake.
Pause. Okay, dude.
All very similar and disrespectful.
Yeah. It's very mean.
My bad.
Very mean
vibe.
vibe.
My bad.
We also earlier talked about norovirus might be making its way through town, right? Everyone's throwing up, spraying diarrhea all over town is what we hear. I wasn't sure what it meant. Josh said it's
foodborne illness.
Foodborne illness, and it has ruined many a cruise for vacationers, the norovirus, right?
Yeah.
And I forgot who this was, but a listener texted in with an explanation on norovirus, and then we'll get to the stupid news. They say noro, whatever it is, virus, is when hot picante sauce painfully blasts out your nose like fire from a mythical scaled beast. And the rest of what takes place should never be discussed.
I have heard so many horror stories about that. People have said you can't even explain how bad it is getting that. Hoosier Jesus has an idea for a bedroom name for you, Ashley. Have you named your bedroom?
No, I haven't.
I had a friend who named his the Arena because he had a king-size bed in the world's smallest room.
That's
so it's
such a
basically
great
all
name.
bed.
So good.
Hoosier Jesus recommends, because you sleep with the red light on, you said.
Yep.
You should call it the Red Light District.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I bet some funky stuff's happening.
I'll put a little sign above my door.
Welcome to the Red Light District.
All right.
There's people that are kind of bummed out that don't have foreskins like me, and they can't try the Zen thing to stay awake.
One of the most shocking things I ever saw in my life was when a grown man attempted to pour hot coffee into his eyes to stay awake.
It's crazy.
And that wasn't a bit. He wasn't trying to be funny or emulate Jackass in some way.
How would that work?
This guy had never been funny once in his entire life. This was one of the most bizarre things I had ever seen.
What was he trying to stay awake for? Was it worth something to that drastic?
Well, if you want to know the whole friggin' story, it was a dude that I used to work with on the radio. In my early days of morning radio.
This makes sense now.
I worked with a dude. That dude's brother came into the show a few times. He was in town and he had nothing else to do, so he would come in and watch us do our poorly rated radio show. I wouldn't have done that for my brother, but that's...
Yeah.
So it was my co-host's brother who's sitting, off to the side here in the studio. And we were live, I believe. And I look over and I said, what are you... He was trying to stay awake for the friggin' stupid radio show, and he's got a cup of coffee, and he's trying to lightly... drip it into his friggin' eyes like you would do with, what's that stuff?
Eye drops.
Visine?
Visine, yes. Yeah. And we both said, what are you doing? The guy wasn't all there.
Obviously not. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I bet you were terrified seeing something like that.
I was dying on a knee laughing because what I was watching was so insane.
This person says, as far as the Zyn pouches in your foreskin.
Yeah.
Nah, 3 Zyn pouches in your butt. Then you shotgun a warm rip of energy drink to stay awake. Works better because not everybody has a foreskin.
Are you guys all right?
Oh, man.
I think I can get a third up there. Really got a long day at work.
Jesus balls. Now, this here will make you, this will make some of you think twice about cutting a deuce in a public bathroom. I have no fear of such things, but we've covered that many, many times. Everybody's different. Some folks don't like the public bathroom. A feller in New Mexico, a 51-year-old by the name of Jason Roth. Jason says he got stabbed in the ass. He claimed he sat down to go potty on a Walmart toilet, and a couple of syringes stabbed him in his ass cheeks.
No, you shouldn't have to worry about that when you're trying to go to the bathroom.
Jason says the syringes were taped to the toilet, so it was a booby trap kind of a thing. He says someone set it up. Maybe you'd call it a booty trap if you want to go that route. But he says someone set it up like that.
It's terrible.
He also told the cops that he thinks he saw the guy responsible for the setup. Jason said the bathroom stall that he tried to take a dump in had just been used by a guy wearing a T-shirt with a, quote, demonic symbol on it.
Oh, no.
Lucifart. It was Lucifart. The pricks of darkness.
So Jason went straight into the stall after the demonic T-shirt guy. Ooh, while the seat is still warm. I love that feeling.
Oh.
I love sitting down in a toilet when that seat is still warm from the guy before me. So that was the setup. He's waiting to take a deuce. Out from the stall comes the demonic T-shirt guy. Jason goes right in after him. And the next thing you know, he takes 2 needles to his ass. He said there was, quote, pink fluid in the syringes that stabbed him. He took a picture of the syringes. He showed them to the cops. My money's on semen or blood or drugs or all of that combined into one delicious and refreshing mixture.
He went to the hospital, correct? Or
Oh, I don't know.
Wait for that.
I don't have anything about him going to the hospital. The cops showed up, so I'm sure they took a look at his ass.
Okay, I hope so.
Someone got to look at his ass, I think.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens here.
A pink mixture. So I'm going semen, blood, drugs. What are you going to, Josh, where would you go with that?
I'm sure there's got to be at least one of those in there. If the semen's pink, both men need to be checked out at the hospital.
Right. Dude said he told the Walmart staff about getting stabbed in the ass, and he says they didn't care. I don't like hearing negative comments about Walmart. I'm a Walmart fan.
I bet that's not true.
That's like your favorite place in the world, I'm pretty sure.
I love that effing place. I was just there. Where were we?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. For now, I guess I'll have to take this guy's word for it. He says Walmart didn't care. He also said the cops didn't really care.
All right, that would be pretty hilarious. What do you want us to do about
Why'd you make this our problem?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, Ashley, but why is that funny that the cops didn't care? That's really funny. Stabbed in the ass by a couple needles, huh? You called us up for that? Some kind of sissy or something?
Maybe he didn't go to the hospital then because he's
Maybe
like,
not.
oh, fine, if nobody cares, I guess.
I'm going to come off all fancy here. A preliminary test on the syringe contents returned inconclusive results. I could have said that in a better way.
Oh, that's sketchy.
They don't know what was in the syringes just yet. And then when it was all said and done, this guy made an interesting quote. Jason said, "Pay attention to your surroundings, people. There are demons out there everywhere."
I I like to think I would have noticed a couple of syringes sitting on the toilet seat before I sat down on it.
Well, no, they were kind of taped to the bowl and sticking up. It wasn't like they were sitting directly on the seat. You know
and
what
he
I mean?
said he'd been waiting for a while, so it could have been an emergency at that
Or
point.
taped to the inside of the how do I say it? The seat itself. You know, so it was a surprise attack. I mean, I think any of us would notice 2 syringes sitting on the.
If I accidentally ever sit on Hell's bidet, I would hope somebody would care if I told them. I want one person to say, all right, we'll investigate this. That sounds pretty scary.
I'd care, Josh.
Thank you. I know you would.
You're welcome.
You're a good person.
I'll keep an eye out for these demons. He says there's demons out there everywhere.
He's really set on that. All because of the T-shirt.
That would scare me.
Yeah, me too.
Really,
that makes a difference.
The story from a couple weeks ago where some jagoff was running around Italy pretending to poke people with a syringe and then he'd run away. Well, there was no needle and there was nothing in the syringe, but he was leading people to believe that he just dosed them with something and then he's running away. That would scare me and really piss me off.
But you didn't mean not to. Jesus has checked in, and I haven't seen Weapons. He thought I had seen the movie Weapons. I know you have, Ashley, and you enjoyed it, correct?
Yes.
You want to see some weapons, huh?
Whoa, look at those guns. Those are big
Wow.
I
pythons.
flexed for Josh.
3 syringes. He made a reference to 3 syringes, Ashley. To the face.
Oh, no.
Pretty
yeah. That's bad.
What?
I forgot about that part.
I've chosen not to watch it because you mentioned how disturbing it was.
But it's like a good disturbing. But no, yeah, I guess there are a few scenes, and that was one of them where I was like, I'm going to cover my eyes a little bit.
Well, this is kind of scary. Shotgun Messiah Jesus has texted in. We mentioned that the color of the fluid in those syringes that shot up that guy's ass cheeks at the Walmart bathroom, the color was pink. My guess is semen blood drugs. But Shotgun Messiah Jesus says it was recreational vehicle antifreeze.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
Steelers fan Jesus thought off-road diesel.
Oh, no. I don't need that in my bloodstream, for Christ's sake. All right.
Boy, people are checking in on other scenes from Weapons. That sounds like that movie's pretty disturbing.
What's
Yeah, it is.
What's the story on this movie? What's it about?
There's like a bunch of these kids go missing at the same time, and they're trying to figure out where the kids are, and then there's some like witchcraft involved.
Oh, here we go.
It's very disturbing, but really good.
It's a movie.
Yes.
A motion picture. Okay.
And the witchcraft lady is so terrifying. She was on the list of the like Halloween costumes we were talking about not too long ago.
Okay.
Got a 715er with a way to avoid sitting on a couple of syringes. Upper deckers. Just upper decker from now on. Nobody's going to think to put a syringe up there.
I don't have the athletic ability. I don't know if I ever had the athletic ability to pull off an upper decker. That's absolutely disgusting and wrong.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Please.
Never even.
That's so wrong.
Never tempted. Dana, I'd imagine you've been to a party or two where that's happened.
I don't think I ever have, actually. I seem like the type of person that would know somebody at least who pulled off an upper decker, but I don't think so.
I lost an immense amount of respect for my husband when he told me that he never did it, but he had buddies that did it in
It's not
college.
funny.
And like peeing in people's shampoo bottles and stuff at parties.
He made a shampoo bottle out of a shampoo bottle?
I was like, dude,
There's nothing
who
funny
are
about
you?
that. You want to make a statement at a beer party, you want to be a man, start a fight or steal some liquor.
Thank you.
Start a fight, steal some booze, steal something valuable from the home. You don't poop and pee in secret places. Be a
No.
man. At one point or another, grow up and be a man. All right.
The 715ers, they got a lot of good ideas how to avoid getting pricked in the butt. You just take the toilet right off the floor and go straight in the hole. Never let them know your next move. Somebody wants to know what an upper decker is. Ashley.
We're not telling.
Oh, we're
Let's not contribute.
Okay. I guess you can Google it.
Google it. We're not going to contribute to that problem.
I hope you're never on either end of that.
All right, do you guys know those pneumatic tubes that you shoot back and forth at each other at the bank drive-thru?
Yeah, those are cool.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I used to work at a bank, though, and when they would get stuck, that was the worst.
Did you have to crawl down in there?
No, but it would take forever for them to get unstuck. I don't even really know how they would do it.
Would you
but-
try to shoot another one through to try to spring it loose?
God, and people would be so mad.
Pour a little Drano in there.
God, that pissed me off.
Those are fun.
Those are cool. There are a couple places that I go don't have them anymore.
That's
What?
a damn shame.
Switch banks.
One's a bank and one's a pharmacy.
Oh my gosh, they do it they did it at a pharmacy.
They did,
Sweet.
yeah.
The tubes.
Yeah, got to be careful, though. My buddy Tommy got his dress shirt ripped off by one of them.
Are you making a Tommy boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Talk
I thought, you have
to
a friend
you
named Tommy.
later.
A lot of folks think of She's a Beauty when you bring up the tubes.
That's a good one.
And it's okay. It's okay. It's a damn shame, though, and all you early 80s music people, let's see if you agree with me. It's a damn shame that the tubes aren't known more for Talk to You Later.
Yeah, that's the one I just referenced.
It is the far superior song.
I agree.
Far superior song.
My high school band, the Green Onion Band, and anybody who was part of our fan club, the Onion Ring, could tell you, we played Talk to You Later. We skipped She's a Beauty.
You should have. You
We
did
played
the right
Talk to You
thing.
Later.
You showed that you have some level of...
I mean, just the riff is cool.
Yeah. I got a voice message last night from one of my oldest bros, Todd. I saw Todd over the weekend at a funeral for the first time in years and years and years. He left me a voicemail last night. Todd loves the tubes. And when we were young and drunk, when you'd put on Talk to You Later, there wouldn't be anything in the house that was left unbroken. Oh, he loved the tubes, man.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it's
awesome, yeah.
Terrific song. All right. Those silly little tubes that you shoot back and forth at each other at the bank drive-thru. This story is so effing dumb. But at the same time, I really love this story for a couple different reasons. So it says here now, Josh, a derelict in New York, he got himself arrested because he put a lit cigar in the drive-thru money tube thing at the bank.
Ugh.
That's the first part of the story that I really enjoy because that is so effing dumb that I'm in love with it. He put a lit cigar in the money tube thing and sent it back to the teller. This was no accident. The dickbag who put the lit cigar in the bank drive-thru money tube thing, he did it intentionally. Nobody knows why. Now, the dude who pulled this dick move is a career jagoff. He's got a hell of a rap sheet. His name even sounds dumb. Jacob Frank. F-R-O-N-K, Frank. He's 33. He thinks he's a tough guy. So personally, I think he did this just for the same reason he's likely committed all of his other crimes. He's just a bitch. But that's what he did. Sent this lit cigar through the tube thing at the bank. Once the cops got a hold of him and the whole works, he was charged with assault and reckless endangerment. Now, here's the second detail in the story that caused me to fall fully in love with it. The bank employee that received the lit cigar in the bank tube thing, the sumbitch on the receiving end, the bank employee inhaled the cigar smoke and, quote, required medical care.
Yeah, that's a person.
No, you did not require medical care, F you.
They wanted the day off.
Yep.
Cigar smoke.
You stop it right now.
The poor bank employee did, in fact, inhale some of the cigar smoke and required medical.
You gotta be frankin' kidding me. There's no way.
But it does say here, Josh, that the injuries that the bank employee suffered they do not appear to be life-threatening.
Oh, thank God.
That is good news.
Dear Lord.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
Well, hello to all my podcast friends out there. Dana here. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to our show. Let's be honest, there are way too many podcasts out there, but the fact that you take time to listen to ours means the world. And it's, of course, all brought to you by my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, the best in the business. Just like podcasts, there are tons of HVAC companies out there, but Standard is the standard. And remember to get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. It's been colder than balls in Minnesota and only getting colder. Book appointments at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com. Enjoy the show.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? That's right. Driving high could get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell when you're driving high, well, everyone else in your life can. Your friends can tell. Your coworkers can tell. Even your parents can tell. So what makes you think law enforcement can't tell? Well, they can. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think that our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. But refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. We chase greatness. We chase legacy. We never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
How much of that AI, artificial intelligence, are you using these days? Go ahead. Anybody who would like to answer first. How much of the artificial intelligence are you using on a daily basis?
More now than I was last week on this at this time. I told you guys off air, I'm now using AI to clean up audio, and I thought, well, my backup plan to do audio production if we get fired is completely done. The AI, what AI did in a matter of seconds for $100 a year subscription would have taken me. For the two clips I cleaned up, it would have took me probably 45 minutes, for, 13-second clips. And this was within seconds. It got it done. And it was better than I could do, certainly.
All right, how about...
With way more expensive tools.
God love you, Josh. You got nothing but heart. But I don't have any idea what you're talking about. How does this work?
You just upload a file, and it sends back a cleaned-up file. Instead of me sitting here and doing it myself.
That's crazy.
I played you guys, Ashley, I played you off air, just Monday maybe, or Tuesday. I played you the difference, and it was incredible. It took seconds. So I'm using that. I have a website now that I go to for that.
It is incredible.
What about you, Ashley? Artificial intelligence.
I try not to use it too much, but the last couple weeks, it's been really helpful to just plug in some pregnancy symptoms. And then they come back with some type of solution, or if I should call the OB.
You type into your computer, what's the deal with these pregnancy symptoms?
Yep.
And then, Dana.
It's pretty supportive, too.
Are they very supportive?
Yeah, I want to say that, at the end.
Do they know your birthday and everything?
Honestly, it probably does.
Yeah. Do they take it extremely seriously?
At the end of it, it'll always be like, hey, trust your gut. If something feels off, go in. Don't feel bad about going to the doctor.
That's very nice.
Oh, thank you.
What about ChatGPT? Is that a regular part of your day?
That's what I was referencing with the pregnancy symptoms.
Okay,
yep.
That's what you're talking about.
So I have used that, not necessarily on purpose, but aside from the digital assistant on my phone, I don't want to trigger anybody's. Sometimes it just goes to that instead of the one built into the phone.
ChatGPT, Dana, go.
I don't use it for anything practical. I remember when we were designing some State Fair T-shirts and I was able to kind of make those cartoon images.
Yes.
I now sometimes do those just for inside jokes with my friends, where I'll upload a picture of a buddy and say, put him in this scenario or doing this. And I send it to him. And so that's about all I really do with it.
That was crazy, what you were able to do.
I know.
And that was you not even paying for it, right?
No.
Okay, here's the situation. There's a new term for people who have become super reliant on artificial intelligence, especially, it says here, OpenAI's ChatGPT. Did I say that correctly? Mm-hmm. OpenAI's ChatGPT?
Yep.
People who have to ask ChatGPT before doing anything have a new nickname, and that nickname is sloppers. These people are sloppers. For example, a man told a story on social media about how he was on a first date and his date pulled out ChatGPT on their phone to ask what she should order. So she is a slopper.
Oh, that's sad.
That is.
And there was no second date. I guess because he didn't appreciate that, or he thought it was odd. He thought it was weird.
Yeah, that's weird. What? Make a decision, girl. What?
So slopper, it's apparently a reference to AI slop, meaning ChatGPT and its weird way of talking when the machine talks back to you. Now, if you don't like the name, if you don't think it's quite good enough, that's fine. I didn't really get it at first, and maybe I still don't. Someone else suggested the nickname for people who can't do anything without artificial intelligence. Someone else suggested the nickname Bot Licker, a reference to a robot.
Or bootlicker. Yeah, right? Like would that be the comparison?
The comparison is butt licker, I think. I think that's where
I think it's bootlicker.
Oh, maybe that's... I thought I was going to get a laugh out of that because it was a reference to butt licker, but you think it was boot.
That was my interpretation since it's machine learning, right? Like you're giving into the man, that kind of thing.
Huh, okay. This is all very new to me.
I think sloppers is kind of funny.
Okay, all right. You can go ahead with sloppers. I don't think I've had a conversation with AI ChatGPT yet. Is it fun?
It's whatever.
I'm just, like I said, I'll be like, hey, who played guitar for Dangerous Toys on a tour in 1989? And sometimes my normal phone doesn't really know it, so it just defaults to ChatGPT. But I never know. Sometimes it's wrong. So I'll Google it later on because it's usually in the car, where I just have a thought and I'm wondering, and it's incorrect.
All right, you sloppers. We got an eye out on you now. Yeah, so try and keep up with that. I don't know. I like bot liquor. I do. I'll have to try this stuff out sometime.
You might have already had it because you've got the same phone, so it might have already happened for you. Do you ever ask your phone questions?
No.
Oh, okay, so then you've never used it.
No.
Well, and now Google just automatically pulls up some AI response at the top.
Just defaults to AI now.
Oh, yeah, with a summary?
Mm-hmm.
You guys know what the hell you're talking about. I absolutely do not.
It's either very helpful or just straight trash. There's really no in between for me.
One of our listeners texted in to say he was rearranging his basement once and he decided to ask AI to rearrange it for him, and it ended up actually not looking too bad.
Oh, that's good. Too bad it can't come to your house and do it.
That's just a joke right there.
Oh, I actually see a lot of, there's a lot of stuff. I see it on Facebook of people asking, hey, can you redecorate my basement or my house? And they'll take a picture and then it'll send back what they think it should look like.
Oh, I think this guy was just joking. But I don't know. I know nothing at all about any of this stuff. Sprinkler Fitter Jesus texted in this morning with a very interesting comment. Good morning. By the way, Josh, today is his Friday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And he says here, I used to have a reoccurring dream where I could take my pecker on and off. Not like I was walking around town as a girl, but I could just choose not to wear it one day. I was thinking about those dreams, and I thought that'd be kind of handy. Anyways, have a great day.
I love him.
He used to have a dream where he could take his tallywhacker on and off, depending on how he was feeling that day. Isn't that something, Josh?
Yeah, I'm trying to think, a situation where I wouldn't want it. Maybe if I was going to a penis kicking contest, I wouldn't mind removing it.
You're going to take a long bicycle ride.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Maybe your first time at a strip club.
Wow, that's a good one. Well, yeah, I think I see what you mean. To avoid the awkward public boner.
Yep.
Sure, okay, maybe. But then,
going to a volleyball tournament, beach volleyball tournament.
Beach volleyball. Oh, beach volleyball.
Yeah.
All the bikinis and whatnot. Yeah.
But you might want to bring it with, in case you get lucky.
There are situations, I suppose, where to remove it would be a decent idea. That sprinkler fitter Jesus. See, people are texting in about their experiences with ChatGPT and AI. So you talk to your phone once in a while, you ask it a question. Some people are not into the ChatGPT movement. It frightens them. Technology has gotten to a point where they're frightened, Josh.
Oh, yeah, I can understand why.
Because it shoots it back so instantaneously.
And you wonder, well, who's holding on to all this info? How much longer do I have a job? That kind of thing. Are we all
screwed?
I mean, what if let's say electricity's gone? Are we not going to know how to do anything anymore? Or nobody's going to learn anything anymore? I worry about that kind of thing.
Yeah, it being used in school is very frightening.
Oh, yeah, kids are writing papers with it and doing assignments.
Well,
It's crazy work.
I'm very jealous of that. That would have been awesome.
I'm not jealous at all. I'm glad I actually learned when I went to school.
You did, huh?
Yeah, I learned some things.
Well, good for you. Folks are referencing the movie Terminator 2 and whatnot, saying that we're all doomed.
No, I did just watch RoboCop the other day, and I thought
great movie.
So good.
The original, I hope?
It's from 2014, so I'm guessing no, right?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
It just came on. I didn't choose it. It just came on.
Friggin' rookie. 1987. That's the only RoboCop you should ever watch.
I'll watch that one today.
It's funny that you bring that up because last night I got home from Wiener Wednesday, and I sat my ass down on the... I'm not going to tell you what that means. I'll just let everyone use their own imagination. But
I think we all know.
I got home from Wiener. You think you know. You don't know. I sat on the couch, and I turned on my television, and I'm scanning through the guide, and it says RoboCop. And I thought, ooh-wee. I got lucky again. RoboCop's on television. And I hit the button. You know what it was, Josh?
What was it?
RoboCop 3.
I didn't even know there was a third one.
Oh, God.
Are any of the original stars in it?
I didn't spend...
I suppose you didn't watch.
I just flipped it over for 30 seconds, and I said, come on. Can't do that. When a guy's fresh off of another successful Wiener Wednesday, and I just planted my fat ass on the couch, RoboCop 3... You watched the remake, Ashley. Never been more disappointed.
I'm sorry. It did give me the heebie-jeebies, though. I'm like, gosh, this is going to happen. All of this.
Somebody actually sent in a meme just a day or so ago showing RoboCop, the original Peter Weller RoboCop.
Yes.
And it said, can you imagine? You get killed at work. They put you back together so you can go back to work. That's true. And that's his personal life pretty much gone. Now he's only at work.
You sons of bitches, look what you've done to me. Just when I had an out.
That would be your biggest nightmare, Nick.
Oh.
You'd be so pissed. You'd go on a killing spree.
What have you done to me?
So I heard there's a new one coming out, a new RoboCop starring Henry Cavill. I'd definitely be interested in that.
Oh, that's right up your alley, Josh.
I'll watch anything with him in it.
Me too.
I'm not going anywhere near whoever Henry Cavill is.
And I like Joel Kinnaman. He's the one from the one you watched, Ashley. He's the star there.
Speaking of all this AI, oh, and by the way, yes, we're very... let's go back to the text we received from Sprinkler Fitter Jesus, who said sometimes he dreams that he can take his pecker on and off of his body. Yes, we're all, especially Josh and I, are painfully aware of a song from years ago called Detachable Penis. It's a terrible song that I never wanted to listen to, but there was a time at this radio station where we played it every hour on the hour. Yes, we're aware of that.
Yes. King Missile.
Pardon me?
King Missile, Detachable Penis.
They were around for about an hour, and then they were gone. Where was I going with this? Oh, speaking of AI and technology, we were saying earlier that if you are dependent on ChatGPT, you are a slopper. That's the derogatory nickname for folks who can't get enough of. On the topic of all this AI and all that, people are texting in saying it reminds them of Terminator 2. Now we've touched on RoboCop. The other movie people always bring up via our text machine when we talk about modern technology, they always mention the movie Idiocracy. Now, Do you guys have any memory of that movie?
Nope.
I watched it. I really have very little memory of it, but people keep saying we're heading every day closer and closer to the movie Idiocracy. Josh, you didn't see it?
Was that with Ben Affleck?
No, it was one of those Olsen brothers.
Luke Wilson?
Luke Olsen. Yeah.
It's made by Mike Judge, the guy from Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill.
I did not enjoy it. And like I said, it obviously wasn't very memorable because I don't recall the thing. I remember lots and lots of Mountain Dew or something is what I remember about.
Dude, Terry Crews is in it.
Yeah. I
Heck
remember
yeah.
that. Lots and lots of energy drinks. That's all I really remember. And maybe it wasn't Mountain Dew, but energy drinks. That's what I recall about Idiocracy. Other than that, I thought it was dog feces.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I've never seen it.
Yeah, okay.
I was familiar with it, but I hadn't watched it before. So that's the gist? Everyone gets stupid from technology?
I don't remember. I just know this, is that whenever we talk about the future, technology, people say we are cruising closer and closer to the movie Idiocracy. I was hoping you guys would have remembered it or seen it. You haven't, so I can't help you with that, Josh. I don't fully understand the comparison to today. I'll have to watch the movie again, which doesn't sound like something that I want to do. But
I just looked up the plot of Idiocracy on ChatGPT. I went to the website, and it just responded, "It's cool. Don't worry about it, man. Go about your day. Don't even worry about it."
They're gross, they're offensive, and kids on the road see them.
Half-assed morning show.
welcome back to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. He's all set and ready to roll. Dr. P. Jesus is our guest. Nice to see you again, Dr. P.
You too.
Anything going on?
Oh, no. Bring me questions.
Oh,
yes.
The questions are coming in.
Good.
The man needs... But first off, I just want to know what's new with you, anything happening, anything you want to tell us?
You know, I was sitting there out there thinking about the last couple weeks, and do you guys remember last weekend and the smoke from Canada? How bad that was?
Yes.
How did that affect all of you?
I did not notice a thing because I'm usually indoors.
I was struggling.
I mowed the lawn and I didn't notice too much.
Really?
I was outdoors a lot last weekend, Dr. P, and it doesn't bother me, not even a little bit. So, where were you going with that?
Normally it doesn't bother me either, but last weekend I was struggling on Saturday, I think. It was warm.
That was the worst of the two, right?
My eyes were burning, and I really was having trouble breathing.
Maybe because I grew up with cigarette smokers. It doesn't do a damn thing to me.
It could be, yeah. But so it's amazing. It's so weird when you open the door and you're like, oh, who's having a campfire in my lawn?
Well, I know some of the neighborhood kids were out playing and they mentioned that they had sore throats and their eyes were kind of itchy.
Yeah, I've never had that where my eyes were burning, but I was just reading about it a little bit, and there's like 300 fires active in Canada, and most of them they just let burn.
Get it together, Canada.
I know, but there's some, apparently you can have a thing called zombie fires. Have you heard of that?
No. I'm interested.
Supposedly, the heat of these fires can get so intense that areas will be hot, and then it'll snow on them, and it basically insulates a little smoldering debris over the winter, which then catches fire again in the spring.
That is nuts.
So they said there's fires from 2023 that are still burning.
That keep reigniting.
Yeah. That sounds insane, but
I've never heard of such a thing.
What I hear all the time is, if you're a compromised individual, don't step out into this stuff. What are some of the things? Who are some of the folks that should look out?
Yeah, I mean, mostly people with asthma.
I'll give you asthma.
So people, basically people with asthma, COPD, or emphysema. Yeah, that's the main thing. And so those people, it probably is good. They put those. I was a little confused when they had those signs about air quality bad, shorten your trips. I didn't know whether they meant adding more pollution, but I think it's just you shouldn't be outside if you've got any of those things. They do talk
I saw
about
people working outdoors with like sweatshirts basically around their mouths.
Yeah. No, it's apparently it's amazingly fine particles that are in that smoke that are quite troublesome.
Well, I got yelled at for...
You'd be fine. F-I-N-E fine.
I got yelled at for being outside that weekend.
Who yelled at you?
A family member. They were like, you should not be, because it's already hard for me to breathe. in general. So
Yeah.
it adds to it.
I love the wildfires because, back to Josh's point, gives me an excuse not to go outside.
You don't need an excuse.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes it's helpful just to have one. Oh, yeah, I'd love to go to the lake, but, wildfires.
Left-handed specialist Jesus got new lungs 9 months ago. Took the dog out one morning. The air was so bad, he could feel it right away.
Yeah.
So
Got
didn't leave the
new
house for those
lungs.
days.
Lung transplant? Is that what he's saying?
I'm assuming, or did they
So
sell
he needs,
those somewhere?
He needs to be cautious.
You kind of dropped that like, I got a new pair of shoes the other day.
Yeah, so there are certainly, and I think older folks, and it's a little scary when you think about it.
Yeah, the older folks.
Well, Dana mentioned a lake.
Yeah.
Dozer Daddy Jesus said his son went swimming 2 days ago, said it's like the water never came out of his ear. He said it still sounds muffled, and he can't hear normally. Should I bring him in, or is there some remedy I could try and fix it?
I hate that.
Did he say how old he was?
No.
No. I would say, most commonly with if you are in the lake, you get water in your ear, it basically gets trapped behind wax. I mean, that's typically what happens, I would say. And it's hard for it to come out because it's sort of sitting between the wax and your eardrum. I mean, they sell drops that help dissolve wax, and there's also drops that help kind of disperse water. And you could try those.
I've had bad luck with those. They've made it worse for me.
I mean, if there's a ton of wax in there, you're basically just putting more fluid in there, which may not be helpful. So I'd say it's how distressing it is for the kid. If they're in pain or if they really can't hear, you probably want to get in. But you could try wax drops. You really don't want to, as your grandmother said, you don't want to put anything in your ear smaller than your elbow. I don't know if
I never heard the elbow part of
Yeah,
that.
what?
Yes.
What?
Maybe I
You have to have pretty
misunderstood
big
that.
ears.
No, I think that is it. But
17. I'm sorry to interrupt. 17 years old. He just got back
17.
to us.
Okay, then you could definitely play around with that a little bit. But people go for Q-tips, but ultimately what that usually does in this situation is jam the wax in there further and probably not help at all.
I like bobby pins, pen caps.
Josh,
Feels so
sharp
good
things.
though.
Can you tell us your earwax machine story? Because I find it fascinating.
Machine or the latest
earwax sucking machine. Didn't you see one of those in action? Like my godson had
Oh no, it was it wasn't a machine. It was just a spray bottle with warm water. So they put some of those drops in, and they had them just kind of sit for a little bit. And it was really annoying because I had to talk to him, and it was, oh my god,
jeez,
it was worse for me. That was the side effect. And so then they sit him up, and they just sprayed this water bottle into his ear and held like a container underneath, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, and it just naturally poured out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I mean,
I don't like this.
The classic thing we would do is take a huge syringe. I mean, there's no needle, but you're just like a 30cc syringe or 60cc syringe and just flush. But there's a company that makes a spray bottle that does have a particular tip that kind of disperses it, and it's another way to do it. So, I mean...
It was like warm water.
But you had to watch earwax ooze out of your son's ear.
There was so much.
And how much did he fill up a 2-gallon bucket? Or
five gallon.
Dude.
Wow.
5-gallon bucket?
Is it kind of like a neti pot, Dr. P?
Well, you don't pour it, but I mean, it's flushing like that. A neti pot probably could work, but I don't know that I would stick it in my nose.
I tried the stick the thing in your ear and light it on fire gimmick.
Yeah.
Candle?
Candle. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. Well, I don't know. It was.
That's what they call them, earwax candles.
Okay, it was cylinder shaped.
Like a.
Yeah, like
you
a
know
big
what I'm
joint,
talking about?
A big joint.
Yeah, like a big joint.
Yeah, I think that it
and
is.
that worked a little bit.
It did.
Yeah.
My understanding is that's complete BS, but.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But
it gathered up just a little bit of wax. I thought, of course, it would be anyway.
But no, people, it's actually it can really change your life when you see how much wax comes out of an ear. It's sort of like the mysteries of the universe. Like, wow, that's amazing. That was
my brother got it done, and my mom was there for it, and she said it was like a ball bigger than a quarter,
like a shot put.
It was just huge. She said it was
sounds gross,
so gross,
but I think it would also be interesting to see.
I bet it would feel so good.
Probably.
I guarantee there's videos online, so go check that out.
Oh, there must be.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Our guest is Dr. P. Jesus, taking questions from our listening audience, 651-989-9393. By the way, back to real quick, Dr. P brought up the fires in Canada causing all the smoke, and old people are dropping all over town. Baudette Fishing Guy Jesus, if you know where Baudette is, way the hell up there on the border. Baudette Fishing Guy Jesus says they've had ash falling from the sky up there.
Oh, that's terrifying.
From the fire.
Wow.
Anyway, here's a listener who bent over to pick up some toys for his puppies, and the dogs jumped on him and kind of threw them all kitty-wampus. He was extending his arm to pick up some toys for his puppies. He overextended his arm. He heard a pop. And now his bicep bulges.
Oh, up high?
In a funny spot, yeah. And it's very painful. It's been over a week. What type of specialist would I see for this?
Yeah, he tore his biceps tendon.
Tore his bicep.
Man, that's a lame way to do it.
Yeah, you got to come up with a story.
I bet I'd do it, stupid.
He needs to say he was rescuing a 150-pound dog.
Or arm wrestling Brock Lesnar or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic. It's usually a snap kind of thing. But I mean, basically, you tear the tendon that goes into the lower arm and the biceps just goes whoop.
It rolls up like a damn drapes.
Yeah, it's not attached to anything. So it's already been a week. I mean, you want to get in to see an orthopedic surgeon as soon as you can because ideally you want that reattached if possible. Depends a little how old you are, depends how long it's been, a number of things. But
I bet those puppies didn't give 2 pumps that you had just popped your bicep.
No chance.
I have heard it. I mean, it is weird that you would think, how could that possibly happen from just something mild? But oftentimes people who are, even pretty fit, it's probably sort of like tearing Achilles tendon, like where you probably have some degree of chronic problems with the tendon. And so people have biceps tendonitis or tendinosis, whatever you want to call it. And it just sort of lets go. But yep, that's what happened.
Hey, does mine look in place when I do this, when I flex it like this? It looks pretty good, doesn't it, John?
That's really good.
Wow.
It's right where where it's supposed to be.
That thing rules.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Nick was saying earlier he got stung by a bee. This is a text from Rambling Jesus. He actually sent in a photo of his wife, Hubba Hubba. She got stung on the eyelid by a bee on Saturday, a ground bee, he called it. No longer painful, no vision loss when she opens her eye or anything.
Oh.
But you're looking at it?
Oh, girl.
But it started oozing over the night. Anything she could do at home or should she go in?
Here, Dr. P.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that looks painful. Really nice eyebrows.
First, we all agree Hubba Hubba, right? Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, they are on point.
Perfect.
Yeah. This was 2 days ago? Is that what they said? Saturday?
Saturday, yes.
Oh, I want to put like an ice pack on it for her.
Is it red? That's what I'm trying to see.
Yes, it looks
a little red. Yeah.
It kind of looks like she got punched.
Yeah. I mean, if it's oozing something, then there may be an infection because I would normally expect it to do that pretty quick.
Oh my God!
Do that quickly and then start subsiding. I mean, using some ice on it certainly is a good idea, but
is it her fault? Did she do something wrong?
Probably.
Yes.
I mean, some sort of sinful behavior. But
she looks like she got punched in the eye socket.
She does. Yeah.
I saw the picture first, and that's what I was afraid of. Like, oh no, somebody got punched, but she's got stung.
I mean, it happens, but hopefully that's not true. Hopefully it's a bee. But
she's been icing it a lot. He said he just got back to us, Rambling Jesus.
Yeah, I would get in to see somebody because that does. I mean, basically, what we're seeing in this image is her whole eyelid and sort of eye socket area looks very red and swollen. And so the concern is it only the lid at this point, or is it turning into like a periorbital cellulitis, which essentially
just going to say that
can turn into an orbital cellulitis, which I'm sure you were going to say as well. And then that's bad.
Cellulitis is not good.
No, I mean, it's an infection, involving the tissues under the surface of the skin. But yeah, if it's oozing something, I mean, that could just be fluid because maybe at the puncture site. But yeah, you don't want to fool around with that.
I think that
you're saying?
Go in there and
go to urgent care.
Pull the eyelid open and have the. I think that bee had an STD or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess depending on there could be a stinger or something still. Herpes stinger.
Yeah.
I know
herpes.
Ground herpes is very, very virulent. Yes.
I got stung yesterday right under my my delicious left armpit by a bee, and it hurt like hell. I know we've talked hernias up and down.
Yeah.
In your past visits, Dr. P. But this one sounded a little different to me, so I thought I'd throw it your way. A listener says, I recently found out that I have a herniated belly button.
Ooh.
Oh, is it a woman? Was she ever pregnant? I heard that's common.
I don't know what flavor we're dealing with here, Ashley. What causes it, and what do I do about a herniated belly button?
I mean, it's an umbilical hernia, so it's. I guess I've never heard it called a herniated belly button, but I mean, it's basically a hernia right where your umbilicus was. I mean, it's not too uncommon. And
my wife has one.
Yeah, I'd say most of the time you don't really need to do anything about it.
Your wife has a what?
Herniated belly, right above her belly button.
So her belly button sticks out?
No, it's right above it.
Like it looks like a little pee-pee?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's usually not right the belly button. It's next
and
to
she
it.
urinates out of it.
Oh man.
Wait, now that I think about it,
Maybe there's something else going on.
my wife is a man.
Oh, wow. Well, that sort of opens up the world. Yeah, so normally if they're small, you don't, I mean, basically with any hernias, you tip, I'm trying to think.
It's a gentleman, if that makes a difference. He just got back to us.
It's a dude. He's got a herniated belly button.
Probably doesn't matter, but most hernias you really can observe because if they are annoying you, you can get them fixed, but otherwise they're pretty benign. If you ever have terrible pain and you're throwing up or something like that, then we worry about an incarcerated hernia, which is not prison, but it is stuck. But it basically the stuff from inside kind of goes out the hole and gets stuck, and then the blood supply's cut off. So that's bad.
But this guy's going to look silly if he puts on a tank top.
I mean,
He does say it's weird looking.
I mean, so sometimes they can get so large that, especially with the umbilical hernia, you do anything. You go from laying down to sitting. You stand up out of a chair, you cough, the thing is, really protuberant. So it can be fixed with typically mesh the same way that inguinal hernias and other hernias are
What
fixed.
if he shuts it in the car door?
Just push it back in.
Would that hurt?
That would hurt.
Okay.
That would hurt. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, God. All right. We got to take a break, but we welcome more questions at 651-989-9393 for our guest, Dr. P. Jesus. He's got all kinds of answers for you if you got something wrong with your sexy body. Josh found out that his wife is a man just minutes ago.
She's a very nice guy.
Yeah. You know what? I know. That's why I married him.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, Dr. P. Jesus is with us. Earlier in the segment, someone said something about asthma, and I said, I'll give you asthma, which is a line from Caddyshack. Now, we got a great question here. Got a great question that says, in the movie Caddyshack, Judge Smale's grandson, Spaulding.
Okay.
Okay? He turns down an invitation to go golfing with his grandfather because of his asthma. He says, I'm not playing golf today, Grandpa. I'm playing tennis. The question is, wouldn't tennis be worse for his asthma than golf?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's in that we have to throw that scene. We have to delete that scene from the movie.
Or did he just not want to play golf with
Yeah,
Grandpa?
that's probably it, right?
I'll have to go watch that.
Our listener
Maybe that's
said,
the joke.
It makes no sense.
Our
Yeah, I
listener
think it
says,
is.
I've always had a problem with that scene from the movie. Maybe Dr. P can chime in.
I think it is the kid basically coming up with a terrible excuse not to go play golf.
Okay, so that's what
That could be the joke.
Because obviously playing tennis would be way worse for his asthma than playing.
Totally.
Okay, all right.
Digging in Dirt, she just said she's heard about mammogram machines that don't, quote, squish your tatas.
Oh.
How readily available are they? Where would I go to find facilities that have them? And are there any reliability differences between the traditional one and this less ouchy one?
Yeah, I guess I'm not familiar with any type of mammogram that would be considered standard and valid that doesn't essentially press the breast between two plates.
I informed a man this weekend about, I showed him a picture of what they do to your boob.
Yeah.
And he was just at a loss for words.
Yeah.
My wife goes to a truck for that. Is that legit?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right.
Well, like just a truck in a parking lot?
You can get a taco as you get your mammogram. That's actually, I know Park Nicollet has one, like Mama Go-Go.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that
That's
one
the
time.
one, I believe.
But yeah, it's, so the thing is that mammograms are, they've been around for a long time, and the process of compressing the breast like that creates hopefully what's sort of a standard image mammogram. And that's what the radiologist is reading. So if there's some other imaging that doesn't do that, you can't really compare it to other mammograms. And so, I mean, mammograms are really difficult to read.
What about a breast CT?
Breast CT is not done that much. Breast MRI is done sometimes if there's a suspicious area and it's part of a cancer workup. Some women who having very, very dense breasts, which makes mammograms really hard to read. X-rays are just, grays, and the X-rays are great at seeing bone, but soft tissue is very difficult to evaluate. So, again, it's sort of it's an art and a science. But yeah, that the standardized compression of the breast as much as possible allows them to read it accurately and decide whether it looks fine, whether there's any areas that are even remotely suspicious that they would suggest an ultrasound or suggest a follow-up in a short period of time.
Miserable.
I mean, it's one of those things probably invented by a guy.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't.
They squeeze that sumbitch down they turn it to dust.
Oh, it looks so bad. I'm so afraid.
If it makes women feel better, like if a guy has a lump or something and there's any concern, he has to have the same thing done.
It's a mammogram.
You talking about for a guy's nuts?
No, for breast cancer.
Oh, male breast cancer.
Yeah, so they
Oh, that's got to be harder because for most men, there's not much to work with there.
Jam it in there and squish it.
Just like a little bit of skin.
God, help us.
And it's usually women running the machine, so I'm sure they do that.
Oh, yeah. That's revenge right there.
Yeah.
What gets you there as a guy? Like, how would they? Because that's not obviously with women, it's a part of maybe a normal thing. With guys, what do they?
I mean, if it's a palpable lump, basically.
So you look for a lump. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the most common thing. If there's redness or, what maybe seemed like an infection, nipple drainage. A bloody nipple discharge.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go somewhere else. Let's get away from this.
But yeah, so yeah, usually a lump.
This is a scary question, Dr. P, for you right here. I'm 23 years old. I feel a hard bump on my humerus. Is that a leg bone?
No, it's in the arm.
Arm bone.
Is that your funny bone?
No, it's the upper arm.
Oh,
okay,
no.
upper arm.
That's right.
I'm 20.
Connects to the radius. Radius is part of the. Oh, no. Yeah.
I started singing that in my head.
Yeah.
I'm 23 years old. I have a hard bump on my humerus about the size of a water bottle cap. It doesn't hurt. I can't move it. Could this be bone cancer?
I
hope the answer is no.
The size of a bottle cap?
Bottle cap.
Yeah. I mean, that's unusual. It could be. I'm trying to think of benign things that would show up suddenly from that.
Yeah, what the hell would that be?
Yeah, I mean, there are some. There are bone cysts. There are a variety of things that can grow in bone that aren't cancer, but there's also bone cancer. So yeah, that's absolutely, you don't want to delay getting that looked at. It would be initially an X-ray and an exam, and then almost certainly, some more advanced imaging with CT or MRI to. If there was ever an injury there,
sure.
But yeah, especially if you can't move it, honestly, because if it's mobile, that tends to be something more benign. I mean, although if it's fixed to the bone, it's probably not going to be mobile. But yeah, don't ignore that.
Don't sleep on that deal.
To go back to breasts, we're getting a lot of texts like this one from Sped Parashizis said, tell women always get their mammograms. She found cancer early, 10 years cancer-free later this year.
Great to hear.
They also did an ultrasound and MRI-assisted biopsy.
Yep.
And a lot of women are texting in saying pretty much the same thing. Make sure you do it.
Yeah, it's, obviously, it's not a comfortable procedure. I can see how women, especially if they've had it once, would be like, I don't want to go do that again. But it is, it's about the most effective screening program that we have, I would say, in terms of catching stuff early and hopefully saving lives.
Yeah, it sucks to go through it, but in the end, it's likely going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Likely going to be worth it. Well, I'll be damned. We've run out of time.
Yeah, please get your mammograms.
One more here real quick, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I've been taking Adderall for a while for ADHD. Lately, I've noticed it either does absolutely nothing or I feel like I've smoked crack rocks.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Is the medication inconsistent?
Well, I mean, that's hard to say. Crack rocks, geez.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have attention
Are
deficit
you
disorder,
thinking back to that sensation?
yeah,
when you
like
first
man,
smoked?
that didn't feel good, did it?
Yeah.
No, I mean, with ADD and taking a stimulant like Adderall, which again is an alternative to Ritalin and other things, most people with ADD don't feel energized or jazzed. You feel calmer and focused. So something's wrong. But if they so maybe they don't really have ADD because they're either not feeling anything or they're feeling high.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's lots of generic manufacturers. Generally, generic manufacturers are legit, especially if you get it from a regular pharmacy. If you're getting it from some weird thing online.
That same truck where Josh's wife gets a mammogram.
Tacos, Adderall, and a mammogram.
Oh, I got an update on my wife, just real quick, if I can interject.
Yeah.
I was wrong on the location of the hernia. We were afraid maybe my wife had a penis.
Yeah.
It turns out it's right above her balls. So
No, you're good then.
definitely a girl.
Sorry. Oh, God. Okay, well, we're just talking about
It doesn't matter. We're out of time.
Okay, but
the guy with the crack rocks Adderall.
Oh, yeah. So something's not right. So
Yeah.
I mean, talk to the person who's prescribing it, and
Talk to your seller.
talk to your dealer.
Your
right?
dealer.
Yeah, something's not right. The dose, the medication, or the diagnosis.
You done good. Woo. You done good, Dr.
Thank
P.
you, as always.
Thanks again, and we'll see your carcass in here in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
Well, hello to all my podcast friends out there. Dana here. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to our show. Let's be honest, there are way too many podcasts out there, but the fact that you take time to listen to ours means the world. And it's, of course, all brought to you by my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, the best in the business. Just like podcasts, there are tons of HVAC companies out there, but Standard is the standard. And remember to get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. It's been colder than balls in Minnesota and only getting colder. Book appointments at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com. Enjoy the show.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. Be the first soccer team to beat them at football. Never. But here's the thing about us. Refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. Being unrealistic, that's not a flaw. It's a force. It's fuel. Because if you want to be great and make history, never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
What in the actual are you guys doing?
On 93X.
Let's give a word up to a feller here in town by the name of Emmett. Where do I have his information? Cubby, tell me what you think of this setup here. And you guys can tell me a lot about this, I'm sure. So there's a guy in town, he calls himself Emmett. He got fed up with the constant price hikes on streaming services. Tell me about the price hikes on streaming services. Is that something that keeps you up at night?
Doesn't keep me up at night, but it is frustrating that, what used to be about $7 a month is now about $30, it seems like.
Well, the tough part is it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
Any subscription, really pretty much anything you buy is more expensive.
Right.
Adds up quick.
I finally just canceled a few that I haven't used for a couple months, and I can't wait until something comes out that I want to watch on one of them, and I have to buy it again.
I got your password.
Sometimes you're treated better as a non-customer. Like when you join, hey, we're going to give you all this free stuff and a wicked deal on this for a year or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point.
All right, so this Emmett character decided he'd go in a different direction. Didn't like the price hikes on streaming services. didn't like the fact that apparently they constantly removed some of his favorite television shows and movies. So what did he do? He's got a pop-up movie rental business.
Awesome.
I think this is pretty cool.
I don't quite understand, but well, go ahead, finish it, and I'll explain.
Yeah. He calls his operation Sloppy Discs, and you give him a few bucks. He shows up 4 or 5 times a month, typically at bars and coffee shops, and you can rent a DVD from him. He's got 250 DVDs. It says you can search his collection on his website. I went to the website. I can't find a single movie. But he typically brings 100 movies to each pop-up. So if you still have a DVD player, I guess this is your alternative to streaming services and all the fancy schmancy new stuff they've got going on.
Well, read the prices, though.
Oh, okay.
That's why I don't fully understand how this is a better deal. I wish him nothing but success, but when I got to that, I thought, well, my goodness, I think streaming services are cheaper.
You give them $15, and then you can rent all the movies you want for $5 each?
$5 each.
The $15 is a deposit, so if you don't bring back the DVD, he gets to keep the $15. But when you're done renting DVDs, you get your $15 back.
Does that seem like a lot per movie compared to a streaming service?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, especially because you can rent most movies for like $3.99, $4.99.
Yeah, and there's a couple streaming services I have. I think they're $7 a month or something like that. So, I mean, you watch 2 movies, and again, I hope he's very successful. But you watch 2 movies and you're already over.
Okay, so his per movie price is a little higher than what you get on streaming services.
Seems that way to me.
All right.
Yeah, maybe $1 a movie might be a better deal, but as somebody who worked in the rental industry, has experience in the industry, I do kind of like that he's trying to revive renting movies again.
Well, you like everything that's what's the word I'm looking for, Josh? Retro.
Nostalgia,
you're
retro.
You're a very nostalgic and retro guy. You support anything under that theme.
I really do, yes.
Shell Jesus has texted into the program to say, I have over 1,000 DVDs. Shell Jesus. Well, hell, you should be the top competitor to this Emmett guy then. Get out there and rent these out to fools.
I have noticed a lot more people kind of going back to getting DVDs because people are realizing that these streaming services, you don't own anything, you know. They can take things away, and by having a DVD, you can physically watch it anytime you want. And people are starting to realize that by spending this money on streaming services, you don't physically own the media. You're basically just borrowing it for a charge each month.
I've thought about that before, but I rarely watch a movie twice.
Okay.
I'm one and done for sure.
Oh, I can watch.
I have some that I used to buy digitally. I can watch it anytime. So you're saying you'd prefer to have the physical?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they would prefer to have a physical copy of it that they technically own and can't be taken away because the digital thing in the cloud, it could just go away someday.
Okay, that's how I used to be with compact discs. Even when I have no idea, what do you call these new gimmicks we can listen to music on? Streaming, okay. Spotify, things like that, right. Even after that kicked in, I was still buying compact discs, and my friend would say, why do you buy these things when you can just punch a button on your phone? And I had a thing for a brief period of time where I had to, I still like having the CD itself with the cover and the lyrics and whatever pictures and information. I like that gimmick. I know it's foolish. Recently, I finally turned my DVD player is how you say it. Recently, I turned my DVD player into a thrift store, Goodwill type of a place, and I believe I also turned in most of my DVD movies and things like that. Will I come to regret that?
Potentially, I don't know. We don't know.
You'll probably be fine.
I'll probably fine?
Yeah.
I gave away all my DVDs, and I just kept the ones that I know will never be on streaming services, like maybe like certain concert DVDs.
Oh.
Or, and
you still have the DVD player.
I still have a DVD player for that reason.
Now, that's definitely an advantage to owning something, in case it just goes away.
Right.
You can't find it someplace.
Josh, didn't we know a guy years ago who kept all of his DVD porno movies, and there were a lot of them. Hell, we heard from Shell Jesus, who said he or she has, well, I'm guessing it's a he with the Jesus name, 1,000 DVDs. Can you guys even think of what your total number was at any point?
I bet at one point I had about 1,000.
I would probably be, small hundreds, 100, maybe 200, if even.
Wow.
Yeah, we never really had a lot of those. Like when I was a kid, we never had like a huge stack of DVDs or anything. Maybe like 10.
Well, we didn't even have a VCR until I was in high school, so we never had any of that growing up. But when I got older, I would buy it, and then eventually I'd buy the ones that came with a digital copy, so you could bring it with you.
Where in the hell did you keep 1,000 DVDs?
In my parents' I was a junkie back in the day. There was one of those buy, sell, trade media stores in my neighborhood where, you could go and buy a used DVD that somebody else turned in for $4 or $5,
Sure.
Oh, cool.
So I was a junkie in that. We had 2 big bookshelves in our basement, those Florida, I can't describe it really, but 2 of those big bookshelves, and they were chock full of DVDs.
That is so cool. I was always so jealous when I went over to my friends' houses and they had stuff like that. Just like whatever movie you wanted to choose. Oh, it's so cool.
I maybe had 50 or so, and half were concert DVDs, band documentaries and things like that. Wrestler documentaries.
Oh, for sure.
I liked that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, 1,000 sounds like an insane amount. I just don't know where the hell I would put them and how I would justify that. Because there had to be a good percentage of those DVDs, Dana, that you never even looked at. 1,000? My God. So, but I was going to ask Josh, didn't we have a guy maybe that worked in the building here back in the day that had an immaculate collection of DVD porno movies, and he kept them in alphabetical order? This is a story I heard, and he would dust them off and make sure they were in pristine condition.
Yeah, he still does. And it's not just movies, it's any type of porn from any genre, any year. I mean, going back to like the 40s, and he has it all in these protective sleeves, right? Dust-free sleeves.
He has World War II porn.
Everything.
Jeez.
He's a aficionado of all of it.
Magazines, VHS.
Boxes upon boxes, or I should say bins. They're plastic bins full of them, categorized.
Now, I like naked movies just as much as the next guy, but that sounds like maybe he has a problem.
Yes, that's a little scary.
Dude, yes. This guy, he does.
Masturbates all the time.
Yeah, oh yeah, he tracks like how many times he's masturbated to each.
No, he does not.
I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
You know what? Actually, knowing him like I do, he might. He's very detailed.
That scared me.
Can you imagine? Oh, that was a real good session right there.
I just gave you the same look that I gave you in the hallway a day or two ago, didn't I?
Yesterday? Yeah.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, and on the way out, I messed with Nick and told him I was having lunch with a particular person. I'd say the name, but nobody listening would know who it was. But the look you gave me was actually 3/4 disappointed dad, and 1/4, I think my friend just cracked up.
Yeah.
Like he just went insane.
Josh told me he was going to have lunch with a very, very, very questionable character. And I bought it because you are the type of guy who would sit down and try to help anybody.
And you know what? There is a part of me that would be willing to do so, but I understand it'd be a terrible idea.
Nick, I totally would have believed him, too, if I had been there.
I gave you the same look right there when you claimed the dude tracked his masturbation and kept it all on record. But sure, I'm not making that up. This guy pays closer attention to his porn collection than he does his loved ones. He watches over it. He guards it. He has a lock on all the boxes. He dusts them off. He keeps them in alphabetical. Come on.
That's a little scary. I don't like that. Dana, I don't know how. If I were you and I had that many DVDs, I don't think I would have gotten rid of them, because it sounds like something like that is awesome. Like, that's different. Did it hurt when you got rid of them?
Not really, to be honest. Because a lot of them were, when am I going to watch Rat Race again? That type of thing. So no, it didn't really sting too much. I kind of just downsized over time. It wasn't like I just dumped off 1,000 DVDs at Goodwill in one sitting. I kind of just, as I moved, I was like, okay, am I going to watch this again? No, probably not.
So it was a slow process of eliminating these. Because if I worked at Goodwill and you walked in with a bucket of 1,000 DVDs, I might choke slam you. Because I know as an employee, I'm going to spend the rest of my friggin' day sorting through these.
Yeah, making sure that the DVD matches the case, making sure it's not scratched. Now, Dana, the statute of limitations is by far run out. And it's you're already smiling. I think you know where I'm going with this. The company is no longer in existence. You worked at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
How many of those videos did you steal?
Well, we got a lot of them for free. We did.
They just gave you some?
Yeah, because, they start off with, 100 copies of Kill Bill when it first comes out, and then they whittle it down. They try to sell some, and then when they get to a point where it's like, all right, we have this stack of Kill Bill DVDs we're never going to sell, and then employees could have them. So, yeah, I didn't steal any, but I did get a lot of the collection from working at Blockbuster.
Oh, I would have stolen so many.
A lot of people did, actually, and I would just watch them do it.
We have some people in our listening audience who have or had an incredible collection of home entertainment. High Hopes McGee, Jesus. I own 500 DVDs, 100 TV box sets. Oh, I think he means like a complete collection of a television show.
I used to have some of those.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. I mean, before you could stream them.
I had All in the Family. I had Good Times, the complete box set. I wish I could tell you I got through. I had Beavis and Butthead, but I never got through most of it. 700 digital movies, says High Hopes McGee. Jesus.
I can understand the nostalgia, though, because I'm kind of going that way with books now, where before I would just read them on a tablet or something like that, and now I'm buying them. Or going, mostly going to the library, but buying some, because, if there's a particular author you like, you can buy their new book usually for no extra cost. It would be autographed if you're interested. So I do a lot of that for some of my favorite authors.
I will always prefer a physical book. But mostly, it doesn't hit the same when you read it on like your phone or tablet.
And sometimes, it's nice to give your eyes a break too at some point from staring at a screen.
It's just, for me, it was like, well, then I could have a ton of books on this thing for whatever I'm into, at the time. So I did really enjoy that, but now I'm getting back more into the regular ones. Gunslinger Hippie Jesus said he inherited his great aunt's vintage VHS porno collection, which included a copy of Jane Bond Meets Octopussy. I bet that was a classic.
Sounds good. Probably a lot of Peter North and Christy Canyon involved in those vintage porno movies. One of our listeners has 3,000 DVDs in their home right now.
Man.
Many people are texting in to say that they have 1,000 DVDs.
That's the type of mosh pit I like to be in.
Highest number possible. So, yeah, anyway, I'm a little upset that I couldn't find, again, we started talking about this dude named Emmett here in town who goes bar to bar, coffee shop to coffee shop, and sets up his pop-up DVD rental business called Sloppy Discs. I was a little upset when I looked on his website. It says right here you can look at his collection. He's got 250 DVDs to choose from. It says you can look at his collection on his website. I couldn't find any of them. I wanted to know if he had Angel or Avenging Angel on DVD. You guys probably don't remember the Angel movie series.
I remember you talking about it, but I can't say I...
My brother and I fell in love with the Angel movie series when we were probably, 7th or 8th grade kids. It was on HBO. It's about a hooker, and she's hot, and all of her friends are hot, and so they're naked most of the movie. And there's a killer on the loose killing all the prostitutes, but Angel and her friends solved the crime. I was hoping maybe he'd have a copy of Body Double.
I'm looking at the list right now. I was able to pull it up.
How the hell did you find it? Does he have Body Double?
He does not have Body Double.
Well, then forget it.
Does not have Angel.
Does he get new ones for a rental, or are these just older movies?
I'm trying to look right now. It's all in alphabetical order. Almost Famous, Apocalypse Now, Atonement. I
don't know Atonement, but certainly Apocalypse Now.
I don't recognize any of the movies.
Unbelievable.
Apocalypse Now?
No, in his. He has like a picture of him sitting at his little
here. I'll send you guys
here.
the link.
And like the movies that are up front that he seems to be, most proud of. I don't recognize any of them.
Well, that's your problem.
It's like Monkey Man. What's Monkey Man? Do you guys know that?
Man?
Hugo, the Wizard. Well, there's the Wizard of Oz, but
maybe he's showing off bizarre movies on purpose for a joke. But I'm telling you one more time, I thought everyone was getting rid of this stuff. Our listeners, some of our listeners, as I'm reading text, wow, you have an immense collection of movies and this and that on DVD, on VHS. Wow.
This guy's website's pretty cool.
I must have clicked on the wrong thing or something.
Yeah, you must have.
The one I was on had no information at all. It had one picture of the man, and it mentioned a pop-up or two.
Oh, of course, he has the Fast and Furious franchise.
But it doesn't look like he has all of them, Dana.
Looks like the only one who's missing is Too Fast, Too Furious.
Maybe you could sell it to him for
Does that
a
bother
huge
you?
number.
I got copies for him.
Here's a question that, Josh, maybe you can answer. And the text message begins with this. Question.
That's my favorite way to start.
Yeah. Do the newest PlayStation and Xbox play DVDs like the old ones?
You know what? I was going to ask that, too. We have an Xbox, the latest version. My son plays it. I don't. I think it plays DVDs.
Okay.
You have a PlayStation, don't you, Ashley?
I have an Xbox One,
Oh, an
and
Xbox.
it plays DVDs. It doesn't really like anything that's not Blu-ray. It looks like crap.
I mean, do they even sell them at Target or Best Buy anymore? I know I've seen them like within the last couple of years, and the section where they sell them is tiny now compared to what it used to be. I did used to love walking up and down those aisles.
Oh, that was the best.
They sell them at Walmart, but they're usually in just like a huge bin in the middle of the aisle.
And you dig through the movies that, even like TNT wouldn't play at midnight.
I've gotten a little, crazy, and I'm like, I might as well look through that, and I've bought a couple movies, and there's actually, I found them the other day. They're still wrapped. I haven't watched them at all.
Welding While Ginger Jesus has texted in to say, comment. I have 750 books, he says, and he claims that's enough to meet the legal definition of a library.
Oh, that's cool.
You know who I need to ask? Take it easy, Cubby. My sister. I wonder how many books she owns. I wonder if it can top the 750 that Welding While Ginger Jesus has in his home. My sister has. It's obscene.
I'm so jealous. I want more books like that. They're so expensive, though.
My mother also is buried in useless, boring books. People are telling me I can watch Body Double. I was going through a couple of my favorite movies from the 80s, and I loved Angel, Avenging Angel, Body Double. People are telling me I can watch that on Tubi or other things that I don't understand. So I can find these movies if I want to.
I'm like you, Ashley, though. I noticed when I bought all these movies when I was younger that I never rewatched them. Comedies I'll rewatch, but that's about it. So it just kind of became a waste of money.
The only time I ever rewatched movies was when I didn't have Wi-Fi yet. When I lived in Minneapolis for a little bit, I was like, well, what the heck am I supposed to do? I can't watch TV. I don't have Wi-Fi. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have DVDs. And I watched the Simpson movie, I think like 10 times a week at least.
You'll likely
so boring.
When your kid gets older, you'll likely show them some of your favorite movies. That's rewatch some of those.
I'm so excited to do that. I'm really excited. I've told my husband I want him to grow up on like the cartoons we used to watch. So I'm excited to play like Rugrats, Looney Tunes, stuff like that.
I still rewatch movies all the time. My God, once a week I watch Tombstone or Young Guns. Didn't you say you were going to send us some links on this Emmett guy? I don't see anything.
Oh, I sent him to Josh and Ashley. I don't know if you know. Do you want me to send it to your email?
Yeah. He doesn't do the other deal.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay.
I want to see what this guy's got. Okay.
So someone's like, oh, you guys are talking a lot about DVDs. Do you like CDs?
I do.
Yeah, I also love CDs. Get back to us with more on that.
Yes, we love CDs.
We love CDs. Especially fitness CDs. If I could listen to a fitness CD.
Why do you ask? Text us. Why do you ask if we like CDs? Was there a movie or a concert movie, if that's how you say it, that you watched regularly when you were a kid?
Yes.
Regularly. What was it?
There's a couple. Spaceballs Watched that a ton over and over and over. And the movie Rad, the BMX movie Rad, we watched that a ton.
Okay.
Mine was Tommy Boy. Watched the heck out of that.
That's a good one.
When I was in junior high and high school, just about every day when I got home from school, I would watch Kiss Animalize Live, which was a concert they released in 1985 of them playing a live show in Detroit. And my pal Dane, almost every day for 3 or 4 years, we would go back to my house after school and watch that concert VHS tape. We knew it was sick. And then actually, maybe towards the end of high school, we flipped over to Guns N' Roses Live from the Ritz, which came out in '88. We would also squeeze in our regular cartoons, things like Tom and Jerry was a big one. But I don't know. I don't know what it says about me, but every single day we would watch at least some of that Kiss or Guns N' Roses live concert footage.
I watch a lot of that on YouTube now. Been watching a lot.
That's very easy to do now.
I've never wanted to tell you guys because I thought you would be disappointed in me, but I absolutely hate live music like that. Like listening to it on YouTube or on DVD. I hate the crowd noise. I hate the sound quality. I can't do it.
Sometimes the sound quality sucks, but other times it's great.
You don't like live music?
No, well, like if I'm in person, yeah, absolutely.
But listening to a live record?
Nope, never liked it.
That's one of my favorite things in the whole world is a live record.
You don't like the little differences or...
Exactly, yeah.
Really?
The crowd noise? You don't like when they really get into a certain part of a song? You don't like that?
No, I hate it.
I think you might be out of your friggin' mind.
Okay, we got an update. Somebody texted in earlier and asked us our thoughts on CDs. All of us were very favorable on CDs.
Yeah.
And then he just wrote back, CDs nuts!
Son
That's just
of a
rude.
bitch,
Rude.
bastard, low life, sneaky,
Why do we fall for that every time?
underhanded, classless. Ashley, you've never heard the intro to Iron Maiden's live record, Rock in Rio?
I don't believe so. Well, I probably have because I imagine we've played it here.
It will change. I'm surprised. They hit there's 120,000 people at the show or something, Iron Maiden. This was on their Brave New World tour. Hell, this is 25 years ago. There's 100 some odd thousand people there. They hit the intro music and the crowd becomes so loud, it sounds like a war is happening, and then somehow they get even louder, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever heard. We've got to spend more time together. I can't understand anybody who doesn't like live music on record. Whether you're listening to it on a boombox, on a Walkman, whatever, on your cell phone. Oh my damn!
I guess I've seen a couple videos of things like that, and that usually sends chills down my spine. But
yeah, that's exactly
I think it's
right.
because I can physically see it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like look at how happy the artist is and how excited the crowd is. I think I might need that visual to go along with it.
So even bands you love.
Yeah, I will always skip their live song if they have one on the album.
That's weird. I used to buy those all the time. Anytime a band I liked had a live CD, I wanted to listen to that immediately.
Oh yeah.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
Well, hello to all my podcast friends out there. Dana here. And as always, we appreciate you taking the time to listen to our show. Let's be honest, there are way too many podcasts out there. But the fact that you take time to listen to ours means the world. And it's, of course, all brought to you by my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, the best in the business. Just like podcasts, there are tons of HVAC companies out there, but Standard is the standard. And remember to get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. It's been colder than balls in Minnesota and only getting colder. Book appointments at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com. Enjoy the show.